Hello, and Nuke pops in as well. Nuke. Okay, guys, Steven is gonna come in 10 to 20 minutes later. He had a client call. That's all gonna be fine. Nuke, Kyle and I was just talking about how would you call it, Kyle?
About well, approaching your woman about a boob job,
That's
and
one.
we're also kind of wishing well for each other.
That's no the undercover hot.
Yeah. So basically, where
And
you
Nuke's
don't
face
really
is already
know.
like, what am I
There's
talking-
it's like a great reveal. So like if you've ever been to a metal concert big enough, sometimes they'll have a giant flag in front of the band. And as soon as they start into their set, they drop the flag. And you're really excited because it's like the first time you ever saw them. So like I did this with Pantera did this, and I just saw them for the first time over the summer of 2023. And I remember they have this giant flag that just says Pantera, and then as soon as their intro is done playing, they go right into a new level, and right as soon as they go into it, the flag drops. That's kind of like the same excitement you have for the first time seeing, this girl you've been seeing for a while, the first time you see her chest, essentially. And
Yeah.
I kind of had that experience with my wife, and I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. So what are we addressing first? The boobs or the seeing boobs for the like fake boobs surgery?
all of it, all of it. But it was
Yes.
kind of like imagine this girl who always walks around in sweaters, hoodies, like braided cardigans or whatever, and then you find out when you date her, it's like, holy shit, she's fucking hot underneath. What the hell have you been hiding?
Um.
I lost words.
That really doesn't happen to me. I am able to tell.
Mm.
Yeah. So, we live in a kind of like a plastic surgery apocalypse right now, and this affects mostly the Latino community, where you can tell who's gotten surgeries or not. And the thing is, there's a lot of normalization of surgery now. And when there have been times where I see a girl and I'm like, damn, she has a great body. And then you see these like horrible scars on her boot, like horrible, like just, and it makes me sad because she's probably just lost a lot of weight really fast and then she got a boob lift, right? But even then, like there's like, it's the scarring and all that stuff. So for the most part, when it comes to plastic surgery, it's always a gamble, right? And that's why I say, like, I even said it in my thread, my dating thread, is that if ladies are thinking of getting the plastic surgery, like fake boobs, get them early, because the earlier you get, the better you grow into them, the better, like you'll become a mom, and then they'll look fuller, and then by the time you're like 35, you'll have these great set of boobs, right? But if you're like 35 and your skin isn't as elastic, and you get them, they're gonna look like bolt-ons, right? And you want a balance of both. You don't want the absolute basketball bolt-on look, but also you don't want saggy boobs, right? You want like a kind of like in the middle natural look, right? So I think women, if you're thinking about it, just go ahead and get them now. If you're, because in the future, women's bodies change, they gain a little weight, and that's just going to make your boobs look fuller and more natural. And it's going to be even hard to tell if they're fake, and I think that's decent advice, and pay good money, right? Always.
Yeah, I heard it's mostly the method where you can choose like under or over the muscle, and over the muscle you get that weird football look, or like for you Yanks, the soccer ball look. And when you do it under the muscle, that's where you get the more natural look, and that's where the price difference is as well.
Right, it's very expensive. That's why in Colombia the women all have these weird kind of like weird
Frankenstein tits.
tits. Yeah, they're just really stiff. That's because it's cheaper, and that's why people think, oh, how do women find the money? Well, it's like not only is plastic surgery cheap in Colombia, they're using the cheapest kind of form of enhancing, and yeah, it's just plastic surgery it's a strange time, right? Because we kind of are normalizing it. This is one of those Overton window shifts that everyone's kind of ignoring right now.
Yes.
And I've dated a girl who got like the rhinoplasty, like a lot of, and I didn't even notice. Like it was good work. Maybe it's because she was brown, like dark skin. But she showed me a picture of her daughter, and she looked nothing like her daughter besides skin color.
Well, have you guys noticed a lot of women are getting like the lip injections? Like I feel like it's disproportionately increased over the last couple of years. I never used to notice it, But now, like girls I work with who are just like cashiers and shit or warranty
Mhm.
clerks, they're not even making, probably not even making 40 grand a year. And they have these giant lips. I mean, I didn't notice it until the one girl who had them told me that she got them. And now, like, everywhere I look, I'm like, oh, she has it. She has it. She has it. She
Mhm.
has it. Like, everywhere. So I have to imagine that, like, the cost of getting lip injections probably aren't that much, but I mean,
No.
they're very, very common now.
Oh yeah, in the
So
Netherlands as well, you see it more and more.
Oh, really?
what happened
Mm.
is that obviously the technology got really good really fast for the lip
Yeah.
injections, and it's a very casual kind of procedure. It's not like a surgery. You just
Yeah.
it's like getting a quick like going to get a pedicure for women. Like it's a normal
Right.
thing. It's not. It's something that it's very subtle too. It's not like a big change. So if you get them, it's not like everyone's
Depending on how much you get.
right. Most women will only get a little bit, right? And when they do, it's like it's noticeable, but not. It's not like something like, whoa, you look like a different person. It's like they work their way up, right? So
Okay.
this is like an Overton window shift that like people aren't really talking about. Like women
Uh,
have always gotten fake boobs, right? But I went to a pool
yeah.
party yesterday, and 50% of the women there all had fake boobs. And
So
it was women of all body to like skinny little Asian women with these little small bolt-ons to
yeah.
just this gigantic Mexican women with barrel bodies, like the barrel behind me, with fake boobs
Yeah.
too. And I think Rolo's onto something, right? Where I think his newest campaign is that a lot of girls who really can't compete with hotter chicks, they're trying to like
Level the
say,
playing field.
yeah, they're trying to say like, oh, what do you provide in a relationship? Like, they go on these podcasts,
Mhm.
right? And what's coming down the pipe, what I've noticed is that women, we're starting to truly subconsciously realize that we don't have much to offer each other right now as human
Mhm.
beings, men and women, besides fun, excitement, sex, and genetic material. If you're not careful, right?
Mm.
Um, and I think that's what's like if you're in front of two women, one is like the hot bimbo girl, like super hot and fun, right, exciting, and the other one is just like the plain Jane kind of Christian trad influencer. You know, guys are starting to realize neither of them have much to offer. If you're a complete man, neither of them have much to offer you. So why not go for the hot bimbo girl? At least she's fun in bed, right?
Mhm.
Both of them have the capacity of divorcing
You'd
you
be
if they try.
surprised about the timid women. You'd be surprised.
Right, but like timid women aren't
Still
uh,
waters run deep.
Yeah. Well,
timid.
but I mean, it's not always like explicit that you're going to know what's
Mm.
Right, like
there. The whole
it's
dropping the flag.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's like Uncle Vaz even wrote about that. He's like, "You want the shy tall ones? Trust
Yeah.
me."
The the thing is that what I'm saying is that the women that try to
Mhm.
convince you that because they're moral, they're a better choice. Those are the ones that aren't worth your time. Right,
Right.
like the shy girls that
Mhm.
are just living their life and doing their thing and whatever. Those obviously, I advocate for the shy nerdy girls every time, right? But the girls that are just like, I'm Christian and I have values and morals, you should choose me over the hot chick. No, that's not how men works. And men,
Yeah.
we like hot chicks, but we don't, like if we were to choose in between a boring Christian chick who's trying to use morals to get me
Mm.
Mhm.
and the hot bimbo that's just like, I just like to have fun. It's like both of them cost the same. They're both like if you marry them, both of them will cost the same amount of
Right.
money. I mean, obviously the bimbo chicks probably be a little bit more, but all
Expensive.
you gotta do is say no and all that stuff. Like, I know we're not going on a trip or whatever. That it's just an observation.
And then
Yeah.
then she'll go to the next guy until one of them says yes. That's the thing with bimbos. Where it's
Yeah,
like, you tell
Yeah.
me no, I'll
They're
find a guy
spoiled
who
for
says yes.
choice.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
the Christian trad influencers try to convince you of. Like, I'm a good woman, I'm a better choice, even though I'm not as hot, or I'm
Then
boring.
why are you online?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I actually looked this up. How much does Botox cost on the low end? And this article I think was from 2021.
Oh,
The price range on the low end $100 and on the high end is $2,800, but the average cost is $408. So, oh, I'm sorry, no, this is actually from 2019 from the American Society of Plastic Surgeons.
mm,
So, yeah, I mean, you have to imagine it's probably a little bit more now at this point. But I don't know exactly how often people go for their Botox treatments.
Isn't it once a year?
Is it once a year? I thought, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, you know, if you could upgrade the way that you look for $300-400 a year, or, you know, even in worst case, almost 3,000 a year, then I think a lot of women are going to take that bet.
That's kind of reasonable. I thought it was. The lips are cheap though. Lip fillers are super cheap now, right? It's like $80 for.
Well, that's what it says average. I don't know if did they use Botox and lip filler. I don't know. I'm fucking retarded.
I do know they
Same.
say with
Same.
lip filler that you have to go every other year or so, but you don't have to. You don't have to. From what I've heard from girls who had lip filler, and it actually looked pretty good. And they told me, like, yeah, it still looks good because I never went for the second, third, fourth, or whatever. I just kept it at the first one.
So it says that here in Pennsylvania, the average cost of lip filler is $1,095. And then the AI overview says average cost of lip fillers in the United States is $959, but prices can range from $332 to $2,354 for a single treatment.
I'm gonna do some real time. I'm gonna ask somebody, a female friend of mine. She gets some. Give me a sec. I will report in a second.
So next week, all of us are going to have lip fillers, and we're going to look amazing.
I got natural lip fillers.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Just get punched in the face or get stung by some bees.
Yeah, that's like I said. A girl I used to date, yeah, she had the lip filler and things like that, and she told me, because I asked her, like, don't you have to go back for the lip filler? She's like, no, you just go once. It's complete bullshit that you have to go multiple times. Like, just go the once and it's done and it's fine, and you don't get the whole swollen.
Yeah, that shit don't look fun.
Weird fish look.
Yeah, and they feel fake. That in-field research guys, they feel. I am, having grown up kissing Latino women that are naturally have larger lips, the fake lips, it's not the same. Maybe I'm just have high standards because but it's just not the same. But hey, if you don't know, you don't know. So, ladies, if you gotta do what you gotta do out here,
you gotta do what you gotta. Hey, woman needs to survive. Girl needs to survive, man. It's cold out there in them streets.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I gotta get rolling. We're gonna be leaving here to go out on the pontoon boat. So that's why I got my Hawaiian shirt and everything.
Oh, nice. Well, what does that say on it? What is the?
It's a Black Label Society.
Okay, you got to get one of your band, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. We used to have a
made.
I think it was a Miller High Life logo that said a common crown underneath of it. I'll see if I can find. I'll post it to Twitter, but it was my favorite logo. I used to have a hat before I was in the band. I had a hat of it. I think it's probably long gone now, but no, I want to hop on and say hi and bullshit with you guys for a few minutes. But no, man, definitely next weekend, and hopefully this show's awesome without me.
We'll give it our best shot.
We'll give it our best shot. You have fun on the boat. Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, dude, that is a big ask of me.
I know. I didn't want to ruin the fun.
Get home alive. There you go. That's
all we ask.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for sharing the thing, and go check out commoncrown.com, Commontovic on Twitter, and Liberty and Health, all that stuff. You go to my Twitter, you'll find all my links. But no, I hope you guys have a great week. All right,
will do. See you soon, man.
Cool.
Cheers. See ya. That was Kyle. So how have you guys been? Kyle. Gov, nice that you're showing up. How have you been?
Been okay. Just getting ready for what's about to hit us. That's for sure.
Yeah, like how bad is it in Texas right now?
I mean, it's really, I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's looking to be maybe a Category 1 hurricane coming my way, but we'll be fine. We've dealt with worse, So, of course, all the news channels and everything are trying to either they're going one way and playing it off, or they're coming the other way and they're going, we're all gonna die, But
weather
I think we're gonna be fine.
Weather channels in the Netherlands are doing it now, where we're getting a heat wave. It's only like 30 degrees. Oh, it's much warmer than any other summer, and I'm like, no, it isn't. Really
that's how it was last year for us. We had like a drought. We didn't get rain for a couple months, I think, if I remember right. And I was working outside at that time, so I definitely felt that. But this year they're going, oh yeah, we're going to be slammed by hurricanes this year because we haven't had any in a while, and this is us being overdue for them. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, still going to have some prep to do in a little bit. But I think we're going to make it out just fine.
We're gonna make it out just fine.
We're going to be okay.
How was your weekend, Nuka? What's the pool party?
Well, it was good. Some of the younger guys wanted to go out, and I just kind of
You dragged yourself out like, okay.
yeah.
I'll watch women in bikini with you.
I guess.
Some of those vapid women I've ever seen in my life. It's been a while. I was like, wow, it's crazy. And I was just taking out some younger guys from my building, kind of like teaching them a little bit of like, a game and like how to talk to girls and all that stuff, just kind of giving them, and they're just very vapid women and very, and it's crazy because I was just sitting there waiting for them to go do their thing. And I was just, relaxing, having a beer, just looking at, because one thing I noticed is that younger guys, they can't sit still. Like I'm chilling at the side of the pool and I'm just staring off into space, right? Dudes, as you get older, you kind of do the stare off into space more often in your life. I don't know if you guys have that too, where you can just be like looking at your plant. Like I'm looking at my plant right now and I could just be like, I could do that for like 5 minutes. Just zone out. And they were like, dude, are you okay? Are you drunk? And I'm just like, dude,
I'm chilled out.
This comes with age. You kind of like just take it all in, you just kind of, you don't, you can just let the algorithm run in your brain for a little bit. Just, like this is meditation for me. Like I'm meditating.
And they'll say, are you having fun? Are you okay? And you go, yeah, I'm having fun. I'm
having a blast. I'm great.
I've seen some stuff. You gotta make up my military days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thinking about all the dates he had. It's like,
no, I was actually thinking about what I had to do this week, like what my week was gonna start looking like for work and stuff and all that. Like I was just zoning out, like I guess I just was compiling data in my brain or something. But yeah, it was fun and just got to see some of those vapid women I've ever seen in my life.
help me out here. What do you mean by that?
Well, I got approached by one.
Like I know what ratchet is, but what's vapid?
Vapid is self-absorbed, like the kind of girls you see on like Red Meat podcasts.
Oh god,
nothing that exciting. Yeah, nothing too wonderful.
Yeah, when you're used to dating normal chicks, like being around vapid women, it's like what the heck, it's kind of shocking.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's not like they're bad people. It's just that it's like their whole bodies are surgeries and like fake everything and all that. And one of them approached me, and I was just I was waiting for the guys to just do their thing and all that. And she was like, "Hey, you look like a friend from high school." That's a typical girl pickup line, right? And I was like,
"Don't I know you from somewhere?"
Exactly. And I was like, okay, well,
here we go.
I have a boyfriend. I'm just like, okay, like
that's what you told her.
No, she said that. Like, I have a boyfriend though. And I'm just like,
okay,
okay, like, are you having a good time? I don't know. Like,
and I have a dog.
Like, girls understand when you say that to me, I'm looking around to make sure that he's not like gonna tackle me or he's not like death staring me down. I'm looking like, well, is he here? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's just like, yeah, like that kind of stuff. I was just like, I don't. It's very interesting that women will go to a pool party and be completely half naked and do all these things, and they still need a guy to talk to them.
Yeah, they
still need to get approached, and they will make it happen. I was just like, I was just like I was tired. I've been, going out all week, and I was just like, wow. And then I just kind of like, hey, we'll talk to my friends, like I'm the old now. I just told the guys, you guys have fun. I just make sure you guys get home safe. And I was the adult of the group. But yeah, that's my weekend. Sorry to ramble. Sorry.
No, that's okay, man. That's okay. I mean, don't worry about it.
Do it.
Like that would have been the guy who went to McDonald's or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, you love to go out with me?" And the girl's like, "I have a boyfriend." He's like, "I have a math test." It's like, what? Oh, I'm just naming things we can cheat on.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good comeback, in all honesty. How have you been, Dave?
I've been doing well, man. It's hot as hell down here. That's the only
Florida,
downside.
man.
Yeah, man. Raining like crazy and just super hot.
Oh, with the rain?
I
Oh, yeah.
hate that. That's my
Humidity.
least
Oh.
favorite
That's
combo.
constant humidity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
we had that in the Netherlands this past week. It's absolutely insufferable because you can't dress for it. You just
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a sauna everywhere you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't go outside because you'll get wet. But you can't dress properly against the rain because you'll be too warm.
Mhm.
It's absolute hell. Absolute
Yeah.
hell. Absolute
Yeah.
hell.
How the mosquitoes? Mosquitoes
Oh,
do it.
That is true.
That
How
too.
did the Scarred Thumb podcast go?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. I was a little more tireder than I wanted to be, but it happens sometimes. I didn't sleep well last night, so
Nice.
overall pretty good.
Okay, that's nice to hear. You guys want to get into the topic? Go to where you're treated best. Stephen
Sounds good to me.
Stephen will probably be here in like 10 minutes. He said, yeah, like
Oh,
20
okay.
to 30 minutes later. I'm like, yeah, sure, man. He had a client call. So, little introduction to Stephen before he shows up. Stephen is an independent adjuster who had all his business online and decided to move from the States to Brazil. And I was hoping to get into that with him. Like, how has the transition been? Why did you make the decision? How long was the adaptation period? Things like that. And are you noticing? Well, probably he did a very distinct difference between how you were treated there compared to back in the States. And we kind of talked about it last week, where it's like, go where the fishes are, go where the women are. And even with those places, there is a distinct difference between, yes, you can go where the women are, but will the women treat you best? Kind of thing. And what I'd like to know from you guys is, what were places, this could be related to work as well. So I'm hoping Mish can come in later too. That would be amazing. Was there any time in your guys' life where you were like, I can go somewhere where I'm treated way better? And what did you guys do to make that happen? Gov, hit it.
Sorry, I was trying to get something set up. What was the question again? Sorry. You good? Can you hear me now?
Yes, Roger.
Okay,
Roger,
cool.
we
Okay,
receive
okay.
you, Major Tom.
Okay, excellent. Good. Sorry about that. What was the question again?
So, have you ever been in a situation where you needed to move to be treated better? Let's say at work. I know you've had your work-related issue. And how did you come to that conclusion? What steps did you partake in to make it happen? Was it eventually an actual good decision to make?
Okay, now I heard the whole thing. Yeah, connection complete. Okay. Anyway, to answer that question though, I would say over the span of my entire life, all of my experiences have always included something.
You never felt
having-
wanted. I
No,
know the
yeah.
feel.
Honestly, yes. That's the thing. So, I mean, and that was me trying to, it was less about making myself a better person or improving myself or, getting out of a situation even that I would deem a bad place to get out of and go to where I'm treated better. And then eventually I just kind of said, I had to grow up a bit and say, hey, I need to do what makes me happy. I'm going to go where I'm treated better, whether that's a relationship or whether that's a workplace, things like that. And I mean, yeah, I did actually do that recently. Not the current job I have, but one of the more recent ones I've had. Yeah, I was not treated well at all. And I thought, even though I just started here, I don't owe them anything. And I went with that mentality. I don't owe anybody but myself anything. And I went ahead and just stepped out and left and found something better. And I think that's what everybody should do. Just don't even worry about what anybody else thinks about it. And I mean, if that means stepping out of a job or, like I said, a relationship, or even having to move to another place, move to a completely new environment. I've done that before too. And where I was in a point in my life where I was not being treated well by all aspects of my life. So what did I do? I packed up, I left, and I went to another location, and I didn't regret doing that either. It was an adventure. So yeah, basically, moral of the story, just do what makes you happy.
Well, I mean, it comes back to the ancient old question, what do you want? I have that work now. In all honesty, I have a pretty good job. I like it, but it can be better. Like
Mhm.
I'm treated well, nothing's going wrong, but I'm kind of like, look, it just can be better. I can get better benefits. I can get better pay, and I could get better hours.
Yeah.
There he is, the man of the hour. Steven, welcome.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Doing well. How
Good
have
to
you
see you.
been, man? Absolute pleasure meeting you.
Hey, man, it's good to finally meet you, bro. Nuke, what's up? Hey, man, hey, y'all got some. If I knew Nuke was gonna be here, I would have been here on time.
Ah, no, Nuke's here, man. He's going to the bathroom right now.
Yep,
He'll be back in a moment. How's your week been, man?
bro, it's been a busy week, man. We got a hurricane coming in Texas, so I got just a lot. I got a lot I'm dealing with right now. So it's been like all day, every day, like the last 7 days, just teaching, advising, talking to corporate people talking to people who are ready to work, making new courses, stuff like that. So it's been a busy week, thank God. So
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, like let me introduce you to Chris, who is in Texas right now.
Chris, what's
And
up, man?
Was in the middle of that hurricane.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Where you at in Texas?
I'm over in the Houston area. There's the south, like where NASA is, all that stuff.
I know where you at. I
Yeah.
work there for Hurricane Harvey.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I got to know Texas real well, man.
Yeah.
For work. I didn't get to kick it, but you know, I see you got a couple waifus up there.
Oh, I got a boatload of them. Yeah, you only see like a little portion there, but yeah.
That's the beautiful part about Chris. He just does not care. That's kind of how we met on Twitter. He just posted a photo of the Rational Mail, and he had all these waifu posters in the
I
back.
did that on purpose. That was so
Did
great.
not
I
give a
had
shit.
fun with that. Yeah, I just wanted to see
I saw
people
that.
go like, oh, that's all they focused on was what was in the background. I'm like,
I saw that
there
one.
you go.
I like it.
That's cool.
Absolutely amazing. So,
Yeah, man.
Stephen, to actually dive right into it, you mentioned the hurricanes and things like that.
Yeah.
You're an independent adjuster right now.
Yes,
All
sir,
of your
yeah.
work is mostly remote.
Mhm.
Could you tell us a little bit about the independent adjusting business?
All right. Yeah. So how independent adjusting works has been around for almost 100 years now. And essentially, when insurance carriers are overwhelmed with claims and their staff adjusters can't handle them, they're still contractually obligated to handle those claims in a certain amount of time based on the contracts they have with the insurers. And so when they can't do that, they hire independent adjusters. They usually pay us anywhere from 2 to 3 times more than they pay their staff adjusters. So we don't get paid in benefits, but we get paid much more. Now, with that being said, we usually work 50, 60, 70 hours a week, but we'll go from carrier to carrier. So we'll work Allstate, then we'll go work State Farm, then we'll go work Liberty Mutual or Geico or whoever. And I've been in that industry since 2015, and it's been eye-opening. I'll say that. It's been eye-opening, and you've been able to help a lot of people, man. You get to see people. You get to help people after a car wreck. You get to help people after their house burns down. You get to help people after some of these big hurricanes. And so what I like to call independent adjusters we're second responders. So after the police leave, the ambulances leave, the firefighters, after that, somebody has to put everything back together. And that's where people's insurance policies come in. And that's where people like me can interpret a policy and say, hey, you know what? I can help you get your roof fixed. I can help, get the mold out of your house. I can help your house get dried out. I can help, whatever we're doing. But it's very fulfilling work, man. I've gotten to affect people all across North America. So it's been a ball, man. And then now I teach it, and I've taught thousands now, and being able to help people that are struggling, and say, hey, man, I'm working in and out. Hey, I'm working a dead end job. I need more money for my family or for my wife, or I'm an immigrant. English is my third language, and be able to say, hey, I got something for you, and they take it and they run with it. It's been a fulfilling run, man. 9 years of just fulfillment, So I think that for a lot of things that we see online, as far as like, hey, I can get rich doing this and that. Look, bro, you're gonna work your ass off, okay? But you're gonna get paid what you're worth. And I think that connects with a lot of people. And they also connect with the idea that, hey, when I stop working, I don't have to keep working.
There he is.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's up? What's going
How
on,
you
my
doing,
man?
man?
Good. Nice to see you. Nice to have you on.
Awesome, man. I'm glad to be here.
Finally, the two meet. I have wanted you two to meet for so long. Where it's like you two can connect.
I've been
great,
following
man.
Steven for a couple of years now, I think.
Bro, it's been more than 2 years, bro. It's been more than 2.
Yeah, I've
For
been
sure.
Twitter OGs for sure.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm following you too, man. I really enjoy the content, and I think me and Nuke, our lives are actually quite similar. But he expresses it, and I don't.
Some cool shit on Twitter. I mean,
Yeah,
like at the beach, I've seen you dancing, stuff like that.
bro, that's like 10%, bro. I got like way more.
Oh yeah, he hides his power level. You gotta hide your power level, man.
Yeah, bro, it's not worth it, man. Like, people. What I found about the internet, bro, is like they're okay rooting for you if you're one step ahead of them. Once they find out you're 10 steps ahead of them, that's when they start hating, bro. They're like, hold on, man, I don't like this guy.
You gotta be just above where they feel attainable. You feel attainable.
Yeah. So I learned that years ago, man. I am the guy next door. I'm your homeboy from high school. Like, that's who I aim to be online, even though I'm not. I'm not that.
I mean,
So-
it is the best way to do it. Where it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, Cappy even wrote a post about that. Like Aaron Clary, you know him? You know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even said, like, always hide your power level. Let nobody know how much money you actually have. Just
Mhm.
keep it on the down low, and you will
Mhm.
enjoy it way more. So
Yeah, bro.
what I'm wondering is because, like, you're from the States, right? And you
Yep.
moved to Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to do that?
You want the long answer or the short answer?
Give me both. Just go for
All
the
right.
long one, man.
So new how old are you, bro?
I'm 35.
All right, so we're the same age. I'm 30. I just turned 36. So
Happy birthday.
thanks, man. So if you go back to 2007, 2008, this is like pre-red pill, as most people know it. I'm like 20, 21, maybe at that time, and I had just started looking at like what would be considered red pill content.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm listening to all these guys and like, hey, I just got divorced. I just lost my kids. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want that to happen to me. And it was all these guys, they were talking about travel. And at that point I hadn't picked a career yet. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to pick anything that's going to, I'm not going to get married in a situation where I'm vulnerable in this way to get, having to pay alimony and child support, so on and so forth. But the other part was I read 4 Hour Workweek at the same time. So I'm seeing this and I'm seeing 4 Hour Workweek as it's coming out, because 4 Hour Workweek comes out like 2007 or something like that, 2006, something like that. And so I learned about these are the beginnings of drop shipping, how to make money online, courses, stuff like that. And then I'm seeing red pill content. And so I'm still in college. I'm like, well, I'm not going down the traditional route. Let's do something a bit different. And I had already had an insurance license, so I kind of knew that I wasn't going to be in a corporate structure as far as my income, but I was still looking for a way to earn money and still have a level of freedom. And so I just focused heavily on career and building out career and building out entrepreneurship, building out businesses. And the kind of perfect storm came when insurance adjusting came about for me when I turned 26. My mom got me in the business.
Was that a pun? Perfect storm? Insurance adjustment?
Yeah, nice fun. But so my mom gets me in the business. I shoot up to 120K a year. I'm 27 now with all the information of 4 Hour Workweek. So now I'm investing in getting myself out of debt. I'm not getting anything serious as far as relationships are concerned, because I think like 25 to 27, 28, you can fall into that path and bam, you get married, you got kids, you're done. And I was like, I got to get this freedom that this guy, Tim Ferriss, talked about. And I got to avoid what these other guys were talking about. And so with those two things in mind, I'm like, all right, I got the career that has the income. And so probably a year into the business, they said, hey, you can work in Canada if you're good enough. And so I'm like, it's tax-free money. It's 13 grand tax-free a month. And so I'm doing everything I can to get that deployment. I get it. I move out of the States. And I had, paid debt down and things like that. Bro, the rest was kind of history, man, because I get to Canada, I invest in a business coach, 2 business coaches that taught me how to do online marketing, but I didn't have a product yet. That's 2018, 2019 comes, I move to Brazil. I go to Brazil just to visit, but I had enough money saved from working. I did 9 months. I get fluent. We come back. Pandemic happens. I go back to Brazil. I drop a course, and I'm working remote. And so it was like a 10-year run, bro. It was like not 10 years, but it was like it was about 10 years of gathering information and then doing all the steps I needed to be able to freely get out of the matrix. You know what I'm saying? To not be stuck in there. And I think a lot of guys, man, they can't leave because family commitments, relationship commitments, financial commitments.
Yeah. They got to check in with everyone and everything before making a decision, you know, with their mom, their dad, their friends. Like they can't, they're afraid of making themselves their own point of origin. They're you know,
they're not their own authority. Even they're not their own authority. Like they're afraid to make that first step. Like they can't even comprehend making $10 online. That to them is like, you remember your first $1 online?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. I remember my first audiobook. I was like, it works.
Yeah.
You feel dirty. Like, damn, I didn't do shit for this.
Oh man, I did feel dirty. I was amazed. It's like it worked.
Yeah.
It's like you get that thing from the internet deposited in your bank account. It's like, if I can
real.
make 10, I can make 100. If I can make 100, I can make 1,000. It's like,
Yep.
mama, it was amazing. Best feeling of the world. But you mentioned like a 10-year process. I think, like, have you seen that? Because you coach a lot of guys. Have you seen a lot of lack of patience with guys who want too much too fast? They don't understand the process of all of this.
You asking me or you asking Newt?
I'm asking you, Steven.
Bro, what I'll say, man, I think it's a lack of patience, which frustrates me because I'm like, dog, I started reading about this. I got the hints of this in 2008, 2009. And it came to fruition in 2019 or 2018, really. But 2019 was when I went to the place I really wanted to be at. Bro, life is long. This is not a 6-month process of like, bro, you got to pay cars off. You got to pay student loans off. You have to get the nuts to say, I'm going to do this. And I don't care who has anything to say about it. And I think that takes time too, man. Like, it took years for me to kind of break free from, hey, let me ask my dad if that's okay. Let me ask my mom if that's okay. Let me ask my girlfriend if that's okay. Let me ask my friends if that's okay. When I left for Brazil, I told everybody I was visiting. I told everybody I was visiting. I didn't tell anybody I was moving. I was just gone. It's like, where you at? I'm like, I'm gone. I live here now. What? Why didn't you say anything? Why would I say? I don't have to. And I think so for a lot of people, man, they're scared. I think a lot of men, we're talking about guys here, a lot of men are more scared of the critiques and who's going to criticize them. They're more scared of that than failing or not getting the thing they want. And so I'm like, I'm not going to miss out on all that life has to offer because my mom or dad don't agree with my decisions. You know,
you're pretty close to your dad, right? I see you.
I'm super close to my dad, bro. I just talked to my dad just now. Like, but he also respected me, I think, a lot more because I made my own decisions and I stepped out there. Because for those of y'all who don't know, you know, I could have easily stayed in Alabama, just kept going on the second generation of my dad's company. You know, he had a company that I could have took over, but I was like, I got to go my own way. And I think for a lot of guys, the frustration you see them have is because they don't have the courage, man. They don't have courage, bro. Courage doesn't feel good. Confidence feels good. Courage does not feel good. And a lot of guys are running from courage and they keep getting these results that they don't like, you know?
Oh, no, absolutely. You see a lot about that. Like, just the first step, taking action, go for it. Tom Torero used to tell me this. Like, you know Tom Torero? Used to be a old pickup guy, one of the old pickup guys. Like, he used to do like the boot camps and things like that. And he had so many guys come up to him like, I want to learn how to approach and blah, blah, blah. So like Tom would take them in the middle of London, plenty of people, like millions. And every time he'd go like, okay, approach that one. Oh, she's not my type. And that would happen like 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 times in a row. And at a certain point, Tom would just be like, look, you want to get laid or not? Like, what do you want? You want it or you don't? If you want it, you will have to make those steps. You will have to go for it.
I agree completely. You know, it's funny. A guy came down to Brazil with me. It was me and a guy from Atlanta. We both lived down there in Salvador. And not to get too in depth into what I be doing in my personal life, but me and Nuke share a lot of similarities. Okay. And so it's me and my boy. And all three of us are very similar guys. you know. And so we're out kicking it. We're at a soccer game in Brazil. And I said, hey man, you're in Brazil now, man. You gotta holler at some girls. Oh no, man. You know, I'm not that really that kind of guy. I'm like, look at that girl right there. You don't want to talk? Yeah, but I mean, I don't have to. What?
Bro, you're here though. Like, you're here. You know, what
I'm like, you have made it. You did all the work,
Man,
that's a long flight. That's a very long flight,
bro. And he didn't talk to anybody.
He didn't talk to anybody.
No, bro.
It's like nobody knew him there, right? Except
Bro.
for you.
I said, I will say whatever I need to say. Just tell me to go who to talk to, and I'll talk to her for you, and I'll handle it from there. No, bro, no, man, I can't. No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. He spent 3 days going to the beaches, going out to eat, going to parties, and didn't even say hey.
Ah.
That is so many men right now, bro.
I've been with a guy to Istanbul once who was kind of like that. Like we were in a hostel. I was making friends with everybody, girls, you name it. And I remember there was one girl, and we made out and things like that, and we made plans for the next day. I'm like, hey, by the way, next day I'm going to go out with her to wherever in Istanbul. And the first thing he said was, yeah, but we came here together. It's like,
bro. What kind of like no bro code? Like who's raising these men?
I was like, bro, really?
Like even my dad, who's happily married to my mom still, when he would see an attractive woman, he'd nudge me. I would be 14 years old and he's just like, look at that. And I'd be like, nice. And I was 14. Like you're supposed to like,
Yeah.
What happened, man?
I mean, you bring up a good point. My dad would never do that. Absolutely never. Like I could see him staring, but like get the nudge or whatever. That would be amazing. If I ever have a kid, I'm so gonna do that.
Yeah, my dad would give me like he wouldn't say anything crazy. He'd just give me the nudge because like that's men, man. A man is a man. That's no matter. We can love women, but if we see an attractive woman, we're gonna give each other a look. But
yeah, man.
That's one of the toughest things when you make friends with younger dudes. You're kind of coaching, or I don't want to say coaching, but like just talk. Just talking. Like sometimes I go to my pool and I talk to the younger guys. Luckily, I made some friends with some good younger guys that are like locked in. They're like, they got the fire. They had the fire, right? They don't know what they want yet, but they got the passion for it. But it's tough to like have to explain to men like normal shit that like my dad kind of taught me when I was 12 or 13, right? Like there is a guy I hung out with here in my building. And I was just, like guys, when we get together, we kind of like complain about women, but not in a hateful way, just like, oh, my girl doing this, blah, blah, blah. And we just laugh and all that stuff. And he would be like, dude, I don't like the way you're talking about women. It's kind of toxic. I'm like, bro, like your mom, your dad, like my parents complain about each other all the time, but they love each other. It's normal. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But I guess now, like if you say anything bad about someone and you feel guilty, I'm like, no, I mean, I'll talk shit about my girl, but with my homie, with my friends,
Yeah.
And it's just a very strange time. Like a lot of guys don't understand what it is to be a dude and just a man. And like, if I was in Brazil and I made that flight, I would just, hello, hi, I'm from America. That's all you need to say in a foreign country. I'm from America and I want to learn more about Brazil. What is a good place to eat? Dude, she won't shut up. Ask any girl in a foreign country that. They will not shut up. You're like Patrice O'Neal. You left Krypton. You're not on Krypton anymore. You're on Earth now. Exactly. He would say that. Like he said, and Patrice O'Neal was fat. Like he said he would go to England, right, which is basically America but with different accents. And he would just
hate you for that.
Yeah, and it's just he would just talk to random women, right? And the women were just amazed that he had an American accent. And to see a guy pay all that money and all that time and kind of move his life around to go to where some of the most beautiful women on earth are, and be like, nah, not gonna talk to any women. That's insane. That's
just that look on Steven's face confirms it. Like Nuke said, the most beautiful women, his eyes lit up. It's like,
yeah,
bro.
No,
it's frustrating, man, because it's really an allegory for everything that all the potential he has in every area of his life. That's what he's doing. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So when you see these guys, bro, he's not the only one. I've lived there for 5.5 years now, and I've seen all kinds of guys come down, bro. Successful, like super successful guys. Hey man, you think she likes? You think it's okay if I talk? Bro, I had a guy come down from New York. He
What do you
called
mean
me.
it's okay? You need permission, bro.
Bro, he called me up. He said, "Hey, man, like, I'm on the beaches, man. What should I do?" I said, "Say hey." He's 38 years old, 38-year-old man, super successful. And he's like, "Man, I just, like, what should I do? I'm trying to find the best." I was like, "Find the best? Bro, just talk. You'll figure it out, man." And so after like 10 days on a 14-day trip, he started to kind of get in the swing of things. But I think a lot of guys also take themselves too seriously when it comes to failure. You know, if one girl says no, oh my God, man, she said no, bro, I'm just gonna go home, man. What?
Yeah.
Bro, I was talking to Nuke, I was talking to Sean 2 days ago. You know Sean.
Yeah.
Tall Sean.
Yeah, I saw him last week. We were
Yeah.
hanging out.
And so I've been telling Sean to dance since forever, you know. And I think for a lot of guys, the thing about dance is that there's polarity. And a lot of men do not have polarity in their life, you know. When you're dancing as a man, you cannot under any circumstances allow a woman to lead. Once a woman starts leading a dance, y'all both look terrible. That's just
Instantly frustrated. You can
Bro,
see it dry. Instant frustration.
You can feel it on her body, bro. When you're
Yeah.
not leading, right? When you're not leading in a dance, bro, y'all both gonna be stepping on each other's feet. You're gonna embarrass each other. Even a guy who knows basic dance moves will be able to lead a woman around and she'll start smiling. Now I'm gonna give y'all this example, man. I go to Brazil. This is the first girl I went out with, and so she's like 5'9". She's like, "I'm gonna take you to this dance club with her." I'm like, "All right, cool." So they dance forró, kind of similar to bachata, but a little bit slower. Anyway, I don't know how to dance this dance, bro. So like, and we got a language barrier there. It's like my second or third weekend in Brazil, and I'm stepping on her feet, bro. She's pissed. This short old man walks up. He's like 5'2". He's like, "Hey, excuse me, man. Can I cut in real quick?" I said, "Yeah." Bro, this old man is spinning her around the club, dog. She's smiling ear to ear. And I was like, never again will this happen to me. Never again, bro. I was in dance classes the next Monday, like 2 days after that.
Yeah.
And I did dance classes for 2 years. But I say that to say it's like we have a lot of guys that are lacking leadership skills and they're lacking real polarity. And polarity starts with you. You know, you gotta you gotta have some definite black and white things about you that separate you from a woman. And a lot of guys don't have that.
But
You
right
know.
there, what you mentioned right there, like it happened and you were like, this will never happen again. But here's the difference. Some guys will say, this will never happen again. I will never dance with somebody. Or what you did, I will make sure I will be the best goddamn dancer I can ever be. So this will never happen again. And there's that distinct difference. It's like you either give up or you go for it. You look at what went wrong and you look at what you can improve and you start actually improving there. You start taking those steps towards not failing again.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you realize, like when I went out with Sean, I took him out to like my spot, and it's a very kind of classy because I don't like ratchet shit. I don't like ratchet women. But that's the good thing about dance. It kind of filters out all the ratchet because ratchet women ain't gonna put in the energy or the work to go learn a skill besides twerking, right? So, you know, if you like to twerk, hey, that's you. But I like I like a little bit of class. So I take him there, and he shows up, and I said, "Sean, I know we're friends, but I got to show you how I dance." So I asked the girl to dance, and he's like, I went back to find him, and I'm like, "Hey, I wonder where he went." You know, you kind of get worried because you don't want to leave your homie in a place he's not familiar with, and he's out looking for girls to dance instantly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like,
That's what I'm talking about, dog. Figure it out.
And I just gave him a little bit of game, and just like, "Hey, just before you dance, hey, I'm learning how to dance. You want to help me?" And more girls will usually be more than happy to like, as long as you're polite, you come correct. But that's the thing, right? That's the difference where you go online and I'll post a video about me at my little salsa night, right? And guys will be like, "That's gay." Like, what? That's gay.
Oh yeah,
dance.
I saw that.
And I tell this story the other day, Steven, where I walk in like the group I dance with, right? For us Latinos, dancing it's not always like sexual. It's just like we dance because it's like cultural, right? It's a very cultural thing. But I go in there and there's this dude who's tall black dude's like 6'4", 6'3". He's like he looks like a pimp. Like he's dressed really nice, and you can tell he has a little bit of swag, and he's like probably in his 40s or 50s. And there's all these women on the dance floor, and he just stares at them all night for like an hour and a half. Didn't move, like in the corner in the back, like. And then there's another dude, same race, black guys with like basketball shorts on, some Jordans, and a t-shirt, and he's dancing with like three, like he's on his third girl of the night,
Yeah.
right? And he's a young cat, right? So it's like, I'm not saying go dress like that, right? But it's just like the example is right there. And like to tie it in with the topic of the show, you go where you're treated best, right? But you have to be your best if you want to get treated, you know. And part of being your best isn't being the best looking or best dressed or, you know, the tallest cat there, right? You got to take action. That's the beautiful part about being a man. When guys say I can't do it because I'm not tall enough or I'm not fit enough or I'm not this enough, you know, you sound like a woman, because women can't really do much besides how they look. But if you're a man, you can take action. You know, you can be like, hey, this old man just took my girl right in front of me and showed me up. Salsa classes now or dance classes now. Like I have agency. I can do this.
Mhm.
And you realize too that one day you're going to be that guy that takes it away from a foreigner, and then he's going to wake up, right? You don't have to even coach guys or motivate guys. The motivation is public humiliation, which is a very good way to motivate guys because they don't wake up otherwise. So yeah.
Yep.
I'm with you 100% on, bro. I think a couple of things you said really stuck out to me about dance, because we've done it. Like I said, me and Nuke got a lot in common. But what I would say to guys is not dancing. It's not just about dance. What I learned through dance was that you can't view yourself through the woman's gaze. You know? And so what Nuke was saying, like when these guys are like, I'm not tall enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not rich enough, whatever, you're looking at yourself through a woman's eyes. Right? Nuke, how many times have you danced with a partner? You're not thinking about, I wonder if she'll like it if I spin her right now. If you start thinking like that, you've already messed up the dance. But it's also the same thing in relationships and life. Like, bro, I'm running around here thinking about what a woman thinks about me. I'll never learn to think about what I think about me. And then your self-esteem starts getting mixed up, man. And so I think that what Jack is talking about was that you have to be your own point of origin, builds that polarity. But I also think that until men, because I think in our conversation we're talking about, man, like until guys can learn how to ask themselves for permission and then do the thing, they're gonna be behind, man. And then when it comes to going where you're best treated, right? Those guys in Brazil, bro, are broke. Okay, they're like insanely broke, and they're walking around like my first year or so, bro. I'm walking around, man. And I'm like, this dude has flip flops on, some jean shorts, and a basketball jersey, and this woman is objectively prettier than every woman I've ever been with, ever. And this was often, and I'm like, how they have that much belief in themselves? They're taking these girls to, $10 a night, $10 an hour hotel, smash them for 2 hours and take them back to their mom's house. And that's it. And I was like, because they have a lot of confidence, they take action, and they got a lot of polarity there. Right. And I see a lot of American guys of all races that come down and they get washed out by the local competition, bro. They got it all in spades, bro. You're taller, you're better looking, you got more money, you got more access to things, you got more resources. And some dude on a motorcycle that does Uber Eats for a living is blowing you out of the water, bro. It's because you're looking at yourself through the female gaze.
Yeah, you're checking in. You're checking in with women. Like you don't have to check in. You could just listen. They don't even know what they want. Women don't even know where.
Try asking a woman where
to eat. Women forget to eat.
Yeah.
Women have you guys ever had a girl and you ask her, hey, what'd you eat today? She's like thinking, oh shit, I didn't eat today. Like, and then like they had a banana and they're hungry, and I'm just like, you have to start, you gotta have breakfast,
I never had that. I never had that. It's mostly that they just grab what's there. It's like, wait, and then they're like, oh, I have a stomach ache, or I have a headache. It's like, did you drink water?
Have you drank water today?
Yeah. It's like, and they fed themselves crap and whatever. It's like, did you get any protein? Huh?
Yeah. Well, what happens is that a lot of guys we're living more and more online, right? And we see these opinions of women online, and here's the problem: they take these opinions seriously, right? So when a girl says, "I don't like it when men touch me like that," right? And then I'm like, "What's their point of reference?" Right? And then I go to salsa night, right? And girls get mad if you don't hold on to them tighter. Like if I don't know the girl, this is the United States, right? So if I don't know the girl, I give it a little bit more space, right? But there are times where the girl's like leaning on me, like she's trying to get me to like really, and you realize that you are her entertainment. Like she's bored as fuck. Like women have a boring job. They have all these boring dudes in their DMs that these dudes would never approach them in real life. They would only approach them online. They try to, they look at their boring TikToks, their boring girlfriends. Everything's boring. You are the guy that's going to make her day or her week. That's it. That's all she has. So don't let her down, right?
Yeah.
Like
she showed up for you.
Yeah.
She
And
got dressed to dance with you. Like she got dressed to meet you. And I think that's something that a lot of guys miss out on, man. Like, I don't know if we talking about pickup or not here, but I got a million stories, but I don't know if I need to go into them or not because I don't really know what kind of show we running over here.
I don't know. That's Jack.
You can go, man. You can go, man.
It's whatever you want,
bro. So what I would say, what I've learned about, I'll give y'all this story about I would say just about taking action in general, man. I'm at a like a little bar, like an open air restaurant. And this is small petite chick. She's probably like 22, 23. Mm-hmm. And she's sitting like catty-corner to me, so her back is to me, but like I can see her face. And so like every so often she's like looking back. Now she's at a table with a man, a woman, and a baby. I don't know whose baby it is. I don't know if she's with the man because it's a man right here, woman, and then a woman. And she's the prettiest of the two women. So I'm like, she keeps looking back, but I don't know if she's with the guy or not. It's my homeboy. He's sitting at the table next to me, and it's a guy sitting right behind her. He's like 5 drinks in, bro. He's just knocking back drinks. It's like an hour. I finished dinner. My boy like, Steve, man, this girl keep looking at you. I'm like, yeah, bro, but like, she kind of got her back to me. I don't know what's going on with this situation. The night goes on. Dog, the dude behind her, bro, just turns his chair over and starts talking to her. And I'm like, how did I let this guy who had his back to the woman the whole night do this? So he begins to escalate, bro. Put his arms around her. I'm like, all right, well, I'm getting cucked in real time at this point, bro. Like, now granted, I didn't say anything to the girl, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm watching this all go down. Bro, the dude like puts his arm around and just goes in for the kiss, right? And she pulls back. She pulls back, right? She's like, and he keeps going. And bro, she just starts making out with him, bro. And they just make out for like 15 minutes. And they leave together. And I'm like, I'm a pussy. In that moment, I was being a pussy, bro. Like, and it happens to all of us. I don't think it's all action all the time. But
yeah, I have times where like even with all who I am, like there are days where I hesitate. It could be that I'm stressed, I got stuff going on in my brain. I let it get to me that day, and then this pretty girl, it happens, and I say, hey, like that was stupid. Like I got, like you cannot bring that work shit, that all this outside shit to an interaction with the woman. She wants the best part of you. She like you said, she's got ready just to meet a guy like you. So don't let her down, right?
Yeah, bro. I let her down, bro. I let her down. I got beat by the motorcycle guy. Okay, but I got beat by the delivery driver that day. And I ain't forgot it. It was a year ago, man. I was just like, dude, how did I let that happen to me, man? Like, because you start thinking with your brain, like, no, man, she won't like it if she's already looking. She already wants to say something, like, and I paused, bro. But back to this whole thing, go to where you're treated best, bro. I don't have any problems in Brazil, bro. Dating. All the problems y'all talk about on Twitter, bro, I have none of those problems. None.
Yeah.
I did want to ask you, since go to where you're treated best.
Yeah.
Let me get to the super chats first, and then we'll get into that.
Cool.
Let's see. X Runner for that $20. Thank you very much. Let's see. X Runner, $20. Thank you very much. My first job had me traveling worldwide. Intel agencies send young people to the third world. A sick coworker had me pick his stuff and found out about South America and other parts of the world. They admitted their mistake. Wait, what mistake do you precisely mean? Maybe he's referring to something back in the conversation. But it is. Whoa. We lost Steven. No. Nuke's going to be right back. Let's see. And he's back. There we go. But thank you, X Runner, for the $20. I appreciate it. Oh, X Runner, if you want to elaborate, just leave a normal comment and I'll pick it up. No need to super chat. Nonstop Dre for the $2. Jesus Christ, Dre. Jack's first book, 4 hours, 6 max abs, easy 6 weeks. You don't need 4 hours for it, Dre. I was corrected on the crunches though, and I'll get into that later. And we got Sergio Cole. Sergio, thank you again for the super chat during the show with Troy, and this one for the £5. Real life stories are the best. They are,
Absolutely.
man. And the best part about it is when you failed and you can laugh about it. Where you know, like, oh yeah, I really messed up that one. I really messed up that one. But Steven, what I would love to know, like, you went to Brazil, things like that. Are you going to the States every now and then still?
I'm in Alabama right now. I leave in about 8 days.
Oh, nice. So how would you say your life is and how you are treated, like socially, dating wise, whatever, in the States compared to Brazil?
Bro, it's been, I haven't dated American in like 6 years, bro. It's been a while. I gotta go back and remember some things, man. I would put it like this, bro. In the movies, like when they have like the high school jock or whatever, he's like captain of the football team, and it's just like, all the girls just like, oh my God, guys, that's me every day for the last 5.5 years down there. Like, I'm the man. I'm the man down there. I look Brazilian to them, and I'm wealthy there. So like, I have the best of everything, and I'm like, I would assume I'm a pretty interesting person to them, and I'm fluent in the language. And so, bro, it's been like, now granted, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Like, I learned a second language. I stay fit. I learned a lot of their customs and cultures. And, with that being said, in the States, I wasn't chopped liver. I wasn't never chopped liver either. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a problem dating in the States, bro. Like, I didn't leave because of that. But I would say that they treat me with much more value, like where a girl just cut me off in the States or something like that. If I did or said something wrong one time, they're like, how can we work this out? It's a lot of that, compared to what I see in the States. They're a lot more patient with me. What else did I say? Bro, it's just, man, I see a lot of guys in America. I'm like, bro, y'all getting a bad shake at this thing, man. Like, you get mistreated, bro. Like, obviously, we talk about being our own point of origin, and we can, we have our own thing. But at the same time, like, I'm seeing guys, it's just like, you're interacting with women who are interacting with a lot of content that's contrary to love and romance and having a healthy relationship with somebody, as are men, but I lived in New York for 6 months in 2021. Bro, I didn't date anybody. It wasn't even like it wasn't like I wanted to do it, bro. It was just, I was in Brooklyn, I was going out to Manhattan and stuff like that, and I was just like, no way, I'm not doing it. I'll wait for 6 months until I go back to Brazil, and that's what I did. So dating in the States was cool. I don't think if I had kept living here for another 6 years, I'll probably have been kind of jaded about some things. But being there, bro, it's just like, it's just better, bro. Like, it's better on a lot of different fronts. I think for really, Jay, you had to just make it specific, bro. Ask me some specifics, and I can give you some specific answers.
No, very, very good. Because it has been a while then since you've like dated American. But standards of living wise, that's what I would find interesting, because like the FIRE movement, the FIRE financially independent retirement early, they got this down very early, where it's like, go to where your money's worth more.
Yeah.
And like, compared to the States right now, your quality of living in Brazil, even though like the common understanding of Brazil is like, oh, a third world country and everybody's in poverty and shit like that. How would you have you improved your lifestyle a lot by going from the States to going to Brazil,
bro,
with implementing that strategy? The
life I live in Brazil will be most similar to a life of a person that's making, $1.5 million a year,
God damn.
As far as lifestyle, my day-to-day life is on par with like having a maid, having a driver, masseuse, and you getting your haircut at the best places. All your stuff is the best. You only eat at the best restaurants. Like, you got to be making, some serious cash. I live in the best neighborhood. some of the best buildings. So yeah, bro, you gotta be making like $1 million, $1.5 million, but I don't have the stress levels that they do.
Mhm.
You know, so you know, I do well in the States. I'm not like some broke boy in the States. I do well, and I have a great lifestyle when I'm in the States. But in Brazil, bro, I'm at the top. I'm at the top. It's just now it's just picking how big I want my apartment to be, where I want it to be located. I've been living on the ocean for going on 4 years now. So
Yeah.
you feel me? So like, you can't do that in the States, bro. You know, in your 30s, you're not living on the ocean unless you're an athlete or entertainer, or you're seriously, you know, earn some serious income in your business. You know, so yeah, man, it's. I highly recommend, like, screw all the stuff about women. Get your money right in the States. Or in Europe. Get your debt in order. Cut down bills that are like these high bills, like rent, car notes, things like that. Get that down and get out of there. Go somewhere else, man. Wando, which city do you live in? Brazil? Any safety concerns? Yes, there's a lot of safety concerns in Brazil, bro. It's not Disneyland. I'll be real with you. I live in Salvador. Most safety concerns are going to be around street crime in places like Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, in the main tourist areas. Bro, don't go to the hood. Don't go to favelas. Practice the same thing you practice at home.
Same thing I do here. I don't go to the hood, United States.
You don't go to the hood at home.
Dude.
Don't go to the hood down there. Stay in the nice areas. Get in the house before 9 o'clock. Don't walk around by yourself just haphazardly.
Be aware. Yeah,
Common sense stuff.
Aware of your,
like
aware
right
of your
there.
surroundings.
Yeah, Juando for the €2. He just asked, which city do you live in Brazil? Any safety concerns?
Yeah,
you kind of just
perfect
answered
time.
it.
Yeah, bro. You just walk around like you got some sense in your head, man. You don't try to fight anybody.
Be awake. Yeah, you just got to be awake. You just got to wake up. You know?
Yeah, man. You'll be fine, man.
But
that's a big one. Mostly in the Netherlands. I don't know about you guys, but it's always like, oh, you're going there? That's not safe. Don't do it. It's not safe. Gonna get dangerous. Gonna get robbed. Whatever. It's like, have you been there? No, but I've heard it on the news. It's like,
everybody doesn't get robbed, bro. Everybody doesn't get robbed, but I will say there's a type of person who gets robbed in Brazil, and it's the type of person who thinks they're okay. They think it's safe. Like, if they're actively thinking it's safe, they're gonna get robbed. And I tell guys all the time, like, hey, you about to get robbed, just so you know. No, man, like, I'm talking about big guys, small guys, women, men. Bro, if you walk around, like, I think what people don't understand is this is $5,000. Just treat it like it's 5,000 euros. This is, and so if this is 5,000 euros, right? But they only make 1,200 a month.
yeah.
So this is 5 months of bills for them. Yes, it's getting stolen if you're walking around looking, you know, these cameras, these $1,000 cameras people walking around with. It was a guy, he's a big, tall guy. I said, hey, bro, you about to get robbed. No, man, I'm cool, man. I'm a Brazilian, bro. I'm just visiting, man. I'll be fine. I said, if you keep walking around like that, you're getting robbed. He got robbed 12 hours later.
Oh, damn. Man.
I told him, I said, bro, don't tempt people with, don't tempt impoverished people with expensive things, man. It's gonna be gone. And that's really the end of the safety concern, man. Like, don't walk around with, you know, Rolexes and stuff like that.
No.
If you know, if you can do that, you'll be fine.
yeah, that's basically you left Krypton, man. Like here we got to abide by the laws of gravity. You know, like, doesn't matter how much money you make, women can find a way to finesse you. If you get married to the wrong woman, you know, she'll finesse you. You could be the top athlete in the world. You still get embarrassed and finessed. You know, and that's just, we're on Krypton, right? But when you go to other countries, you know, you kind of discover your powers. Obviously, some guys don't know what to do with those powers and they fuck it up and they act stupid. And other guys, they capitalize, right? Like, I would say one of the things that the passport bros fuck up the most is they can't shut up. They can't keep their mouth shut. Like, everything they do.
I got so much to say about passport bros, dog.
Yeah.
I got so much to say about passport bros, man.
And imagine you go, let's say, like, where my family's from, Dominican Republic, that's a popular spot for like black men, you know, because Dominican women, they look similar to black, and it's not that far, it's not as far as Brazil. And you know, you see them online just like, look at me with this hot girl, blah blah, this is that. I'm like, dude, that's for you, you know, that's for you to enjoy. You're not there to prove anything to anyone, to like, you're not there yet, right? You don't understand that the women aren't made, you're not supposed to brag about women. They're for you. God made them for you, you know, just not for you to like look at me. You know, like no one cares, dude. Like enjoy it. You work hard for it, but don't stay quiet, stay low key. You know, simple.
But that goes back to that point of origin. You're not your point of origin.
Yeah,
But you got to brag to other people about the women you got.
Mhm.
You know, other people are your point of origin. Maybe it's not women. Maybe it's other guys. You know, you try to get status through these women. I've seen a bunch of passport bros, man, over the last probably 10 years or so. Not 10 years. I'm sorry, 5 years. I've been down there. I was looking at the super chat and it said 10 right when I was saying the number. But what I found with passport bros, man, they'll come down with that angry, bitter ideology, and they come in talking like that to Brazilian women.
No way,
Bro. I've seen it with my own eyes, bro. I've heard it. You know, like they'll be like, "Oh man, they'll just put their foot in their mouth, man." And a lot of these guys are like really mad and angry, bro. And they'll like, "Man, women ain't these hoes, ain't this, bitches just that." And I'm like, bro,
leave
we're on
that
the
shit
beach,
at
bro.
home, man. Yeah,
We're on the beach, bro. You know, I was where was I at? I was on the beach, man. I was playing paddleball. Right?
Nice.
And hey man, you American, bro? I said, yeah, man. Hey man, where the girls at, bro? I said, hold on, man. I'm Steven. That's my friend right here. What's your name, bro?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Like, hold
Yeah.
on, bro. Like, I'm not this. No, we're not doing this, dog. No, bro, but like, and I'm a businessman. First of all, I live here. This is my home, bro. This is my city. This is not a where the hoes at kind of conversation. Don't talk to me like that.
No.
I'm not
This is
the hoes.
I'm a human being, you know, like I'm a human, you know.
Yeah, bro. And so he was like, "Oh, my bad, bro." And I gave him some tips, whatever. But I was just like, passport bros, man. They are a specific type of guy, but I also think that they messed up their movement in like by putting themselves on camera. It seemed like it was okay, and then they started traveling, and it was like, no, you're a dickhead. You know, you're a dickhead. You got a plane ticket, bro. And a lot of people saw it. We had a guy out there in Brazil get ran out of the city, ran out of the country for a year because of that.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He lives here in Dallas, I think. Yeah.
I think he's came back down there. Still close the door?
Yeah, because he spoke up. He was too loud.
Yeah, he was wet, bro. I met him. Yeah, I met him, man, and he was just butthead, bro. Just a butthead kind of guy, man, and short, you know. Bro, he hates women, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, he's so mad. He gets so mad at women, bro.
I don't have the energy, man. Like after a certain age, I was like, I can't. Like I gotta move on. Like I actually like women. Like the best thing you do. So for dating in the United States, you just gotta put yourself in situations where women are at their best. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
Like when I go to salsa night, it's not like I'm trying to get every girl there. I kind of prefer to just socialize. But women there are dressed classy. They're in a friendly environment. There's not like because most dudes won't dance. So dudes aren't hounding them, so they're in a good mood. They're happy. You talk to them right. Guess what? You get the best version of a woman, right? But these guys go to clubs or like I think the club is a humiliation ritual in the United States. Like you wait in line, then you pay to get in, and then you wait 10 minutes for a watered down drink just to stand around and to listen to terrible music. Like that's a humiliation ritual, right? But then the women are on their worst behavior. They can do whatever they want because they got the bouncers protecting them. But if you go to places where women are at their best, and I'm not saying best like perfect. I'm just saying like they are human. Like they act like they see you as a human being. You see them as a human being, and all that stuff. And that's the best you got, right? But that's the good thing about Latin America is that women usually everywhere you go are they have more manners. Like for me, manners are big. Like I grew up in Puerto Rico for like half my childhood. And like, if you don't say good morning to people, they think something's wrong with you, right? And that's what I grew up with, right? And I'm not the most social guy. Like I don't go out and be like, hey, what's up? I kind of in the mornings I'm a little groggy, And then I went through a military career, so it kind of like took a lot of that socializing out of me. But I still understand that no one gives a fuck about my problems. They just want you. They want you to ask them about their day and all that stuff. You leave that. And there have been times I go to salsa night and I'm just like they're burnt out and. My female friends will come over and be like, you need to stop. Like, what are you frowning for? Like, literally, it happened to me last Wednesday. And I was just sitting down, and this Korean girl that goes, she's like the most happiest girl that goes, and she just looks at me, and she's just like, she hits me on the shoulder, and is like, "Why are you frowning?" And I just like, oh, like I snapped out of it, right? And that's you gotta like go to these places where people are at their best, and if you want to date in America, right? Stop going to places where women are become terrible people. It's not. You don't hate women, you hate bad people. That's what you need to understand, right? Because if you go to a place like this where people are actually coming up to you and being like, "Hey, Nukes, like what's wrong? Like cheer up, man. It's salsa night." That's the type of people, men or women, that I want to be around, and I try to do that. It makes me hopeful. It gives me right, and then maybe one day I'll go hang out with you in Brazil, man. You teach me a couple dances. I'll do my best.
Come on, man. You need to see about it. I think you brought up a great point too. I think about the whole like go to where women are their best at. Because, bro, the club, well, really any club has an air of violence to it because there's alcohol involved. So everybody's a little on edge, and women are too because, bro, guys copping feels. They scare you might put something in their drink. These are all real concerns here. We don't know what's gonna happen when you get out the parking lot. Somebody's gonna try to follow me home, whatever. And so it's like, I don't know about y'all. I'm a tall guy. I have to bend down and yell in some woman's ear. I can't say anything smoothly yelling.
No.
Yo, so what's your name?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm Steve.
I like to lean back when I talk to women. I like to do this when I talk to girls, like in a nice loungy,
You can't do that in the club, bro.
Or I want them to lean forward, like that's game 101. But like that's the problem. Like I want to be around where people are at their best. Like I went to a pool party yesterday. I took I went with some younger guys just to kind of, just socialize, get out and all that. And, women there are not at their best. Like I was just standing around waiting, guys were talking to some girls. I'm just chilling. Right. And girl comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, what's up? You look like a friend of mine from high school." Right. That's a typical girl pickup line. And I was just like, oh, I'm a nice guy. So I was like, start talking to her and I was like, okay, so where are you from? I was like, oh, by the way, I have a boyfriend. Just letting you know. Or like she dropped it in or something in the conversation and all that. And I'm like, see, I don't mind it that you said that, but at the same time, like this is why I don't go to these places, right? Because like I'm from Latin America, you talk to the wrong girl and you're in trouble.
That's it.
Right? You can't. That's not like these guys that are so proud of being with or sleeping with women with boyfriends. Like in Puerto Rico, you don't do that shit.
No, great way to die.
Yeah, that's you don't know. You have no idea. You have to be careful, right? And that's like I want to go to a place where people are kind of better. I mean, there's not. I don't mind people that do that. This is their life, right? But that's for me. As you get older, you just need to be around better people. You can't, when men or women, you can't. I can't deal with scumbags anymore or shitty women. Like I'm sorry, I'm all out of patience.
It just takes a toll on you. It just takes a toll on you because like we've said before, you put in all this effort for yourself to become a better version, to become better financially, physically, mentally. You can take that as far as you want. And then you have people surrounding you who do nothing of that. And then you get the guys who Steven talked about who are like, they can't even talk to a girl. They sit there for like, how long was it? 10 days in Brazil? And not once did they talk to a chick?
Never, bro.
That will bring the vibe down so much, not just for themselves, but the people around them.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because you got to drag him along. And then you kind of feel responsible for him where it's like, maybe not talk up so many chicks because then he won't feel great about himself. It's like, all it does is bring the mood down for everybody. And the best thing, it sounds harsh, but the best and only thing you can do at that point is like, bro, this ain't going to work no more. Like either like step up or like get out because
the biggest white pill that I've noticed is that women want you to have a good time too. And that,
bro.
Like I'm sitting there Wednesday and I'm tired, but like I'm dancing, like I'm sweaty, I'm dancing. And I just sit down, I kind of look down like, damn, I'm tired. Or I start, overthinking some problem I have. And this, Korean girl goes up to me, hits me on the shoulder and just like, stop frowning, let's dance, or like, stop frowning, and that's, she does, women, they see the kind of, the environment, right? And they always like, they want everyone to kind of like have fun and, and they, when they see someone, women are better or connect better with emotions. She's a guy that's kind of like out of it. She goes to him and says, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" Right, and that's the beautiful part of women, and you have to surround yourself where women are at. Like again, women are at their best, right? Because if not, you're gonna get bitter.
It's
Bro.
actually pretty funny you bring that up, that a girl told you, like, why are you frowning? Like, Steven, it's always been a kind of a tradition to make like Nuke break out of laughter, but it's been a couple of weeks since we managed to pull it off.
It'll happen.
Man, listen, I think one thing you said something, Nuke, and I think it's a precursor to later things in a relationship. Women want you to be happy with them, bro. They want you. A lot of women feel good when you get pleasure from them, right? And so it's like if you walk around with a, mean mug, like they're like, oh man, I'm not doing my part. So now you got them feeling funny. You got them feeling weird. So especially if you haven't, sealed a deal, they just don't get away from you and get around a guy who can be happy around them.
Mystery
And so
was
it's like,
right about that.
Bro, you gotta lighten up, bro. Like Nuke said, leave the problems over there, man. Like, be involved in what you're doing and have fun, man. Like, because I know for a fact I have, like we talked about earlier, man. You've been in situations where you're in your head too much, and you mess up a situation that you could have dominated. Like, talk to the girl and you didn't talk to her because, oh man, I had a bad day at work, man, and I'm just off right now. I don't want to. And
someone says some stupid shit on Twitter, and I was just like, can't, and they have my friends are waiting for me to like show up. The girls that I'm not like romantically involved with any of them, right? But you're still a guy, a high ranking guy within that environment. They need you to show up, just like work. And people are like, oh, but that sounds like work. I'm like, no, it's just that's life, that's living, right? When you have a family one day, you can't just be pouty. You got to, like, your kid's gonna want to see you happy. Your wife's gonna, your wife's gonna have a bad day, and if you come in smiling, you pick her up, that's gonna be gone. You have to be the light, and it's tough, right? That's why you got to take care of yourself first, right? Like get sleep in, go to the gym.
I mean, you set the mood, right? If she's pouty or whatever, you get in there smiling. You don't care about your day. You get in there smiling, and you will have her smiling in no time,
bro. If you're smiling, to be energetic, do energetic things. To have enthusiasm, be enthusiastic. To have fun, be fun. Like, it's as simple as that, bro. Like,
even Mystery was right about that. Like, you remember Mystery Method, the pickup guy with the what was it, the plateau boots and the top hat and the Even he said, like, a guy who's smiling is a guy who gets laid. It's like it's always the frowns and the scowls on their face who are just unhappy, can't get laid, whatever. Unfortunately, like, scientifically was kind of disproven. Apparently, women swipe right mostly on guys who don't smile. But like in your daily life, when you're out there, when you're actually approaching things like that, have a goddamn smile on your face. You're living, you're doing something, you're out there. It's not that hard,
bro. It ain't that hard, man. It ain't that hard, but they're making it hard.
I know, right?
And you're gonna realize women are really, they really want your approval too. That's a crazy one too. Like, you'll be dancing with a girl, and you tell her, I'm really impressed. Like, you're getting better as we dance, and her eyes will light up. They'll be like, really? And you'll be like, yeah, just you're doing great. Like, and eventually you're gonna realize, like, women really want your approval. Like all these bitter Twitter women, they still want your approval. That's why they disagree with you, because they want people's approval. And once you understand that, it's all downhill. It starts becoming, you're gonna start liking women more because you're gonna
give them your approval, bro. Give them they're seeking validation, bro. And that's the passport bro thing. That's the thing I see on the internet when guys are like constantly consuming women online through what they say. They're mad with them. So they won't give a real woman validation because they're still angry at whatever woman they were arguing with online.
Right? Like, she's not even real, bro. Mostly
she's
it's a
not
guy.
even real, bro. Y'all wouldn't even talk in real life, and you're arguing with this woman. So then you bring it into the real world. You refuse to give a woman in real life validation, and you wonder why your dates go bad.
It's like that mindset thing. They can't separate the internet from reality. They just can't. I do wonder though, like, Steven, because Like some people will look at your situation and be like, "Oh, he made all this money online and he just went to Brazil, so his money is worth more there." And blah blah blah. Like, what's your honest to God opinion about criticism like that? Because your life is pretty goddamn amazing right now.
Look, man, my cousin told me a long time ago. My cousin, we're in the same industry. He's a bit older than me, military guy. We both went to University of Alabama. Taller than me, makes more money than me. Nonstop Dre, please don't play with me, bro.
Dre
Please don't play with me, bro. Okay,
Dre is a bit of our local troll, but he always pays for it with the $2.
Look, bro, because I got photos, man. But anyway, he said everything you get, you're getting it because you deserve it, you know. And so the thing is, guys, like I was pulling in real life in the States, okay, whether it's models, the Miss Alabama, Miss Massachusetts, whatever it is, you know, actresses and professional athletes. I was pulling those types of chicks already, bro. And I just kept running the same game I was pulling it, doing in the States. I just started doing it in Brazil. I wasn't chopped liver, guys. I was a D1 athlete in college, played as a frat in college. I'm over 6 feet tall. I was making over 6 figures before I left the state. So like I checked all the marks, but that took work, bro. It took a lot of work on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it was a whole lot of long nights of grinding out a business, going to the gym all the time and staying fashionable and all. Bro, it takes work, man. Like, bro, you don't look up and get women, dog.
No.
To the winner goes the spoils. Winners get what we want. Everybody else get what they can. And so it's like,
say it, man in the arena.
It's the man in the arena, bro. Like, you know, like
the speech by Teddy Roosevelt. Like everyone, when you're in the arena, everyone got something to say or something. Like he should have thrown this jab or he should have like swung this way. And I'm like, bro, what if it was you in there? Like you're not the man in the arena, right? So if I only take criticism or with people that are doing the same thing I do, right? So if I want to become a better dancer, I talk to my DJ friend who's an instructor and I tell him, hey, dude, what am I doing wrong? And he's going to give me all the criticism in the world, but he's the man in the arena because he did it. He learned. If I want to learn how to do a certain skill or get better at work or whatever, I talk to people. Like guys want a guy that is like a guru and everything that has all the answers. I'm like, no, bro. Like if I want tips on fatherhood, I go to my dad. Because he is my father. If I want to learn how to fix my dishwasher, my pipes, then I go to a plumber, right? Like I don't go to one person and be like, teach me everything. And that's one of the crazy things about humans is that we see someone on the internet and we see them on a screen and all of a sudden they know everything, you know? And that's one of the things I like about you, Steven, is that you said, I'm going to drop a course, but you dropped a course that's changing people's lives, right? It's not like esoteric kind of like, it's like step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3. You know, that's people don't need gurus. They don't need father figures. They need a plan. They need a fucking plan to get out. And not only a plan, they need to know that it could work. Not that it works, but it could work because, you know, other people have tried it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I ask people online, like, what's the plan? Like, women are like this. Okay, dude.
What is your plan?
What are you going to do? What is your plan? And, you know, that's why I like when passport bros do it right, like where they go and they fuck off and they enjoy women and they you know, they have these little groups where they're like, hey, don't get caught doing this. These are the laws. Take care of yourself. These are stay away from these type of women because you know what they're doing. They're finding solutions to their problem, right? And we can't do this forever. We can't just talk about the problem forever. We have to find a plan and step 1, step 2, step 3. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to become a cash cow for these like politician channels or content where they just, can you believe what Joe Biden did today? I'm like, yes, I can believe it, but what are we going to do about it? You know,
now what?
Move on. Yeah, we got to move on. We got.
Yeah, man, you're completely right, bro. I think that, I've gotten to hear a lot of guys over the years, man. One, I think is really important to stay to your lane, bro. You know, like. I could tell guys, oh, yeah, you can be fit, or I could tell guys about how to speak Portuguese or something like that. But some of that was luck, you know. I had an IQ for language. I already studied a few other languages before. My dad had good genetics. My mom had good genetics, so me staying fit ain't really that hard of a thing. I know this right here is repeatable. I'm only going to teach this. I don't know everything else. I don't know a lot of these pickup guys, by the way. I'm more of a natural, to be honest with y'all. I'm more of a natural when it comes to that.
You're a very charming fellow. I'll tell you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Jack. But My dad is like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm getting it straight from the source with him. My dad doesn't. My dad's always messing with my mom, bro. Always making jokes. Always just messing with her.
Same,
You
my
know,
dad's the same.
he never takes it serious,
Yeah.
and they're 45 years in. So like, I just take that to all my situations. You
My
know,
mom
all my,
still loves my dad. My
Yeah,
mom
like-
is
like,
still obsessed with my dad.
If I may ask this, Stephen,
Yo.
and you don't have to answer this. Like your parents are like together for so long. Like, do
Yeah.
they, for lack of a better term here, like do they like every now and then like breathe down your neck where it's like, when are you gonna get married? When are
No,
you
man.
gonna do this? No?
No. They've been very good on like, don't bring the wrong person home.
Oh
Mm.
wow. Mm.
Yeah.
Don't get anybody pregnant, and don't bring the wrong person home. That's been their main thing. When I get married, is really inconsequential. It's more so like, do it right. So you can wait, just do it the right way. And
Yeah,
even
parents,
now,
it takes parents, a long time to realize how modern women are. It takes so much. So you got to be patient with your parents. They want the best for you, but they just don't.
Yeah.
Like we're ground zero, right? We're seeing, like, I see my friends getting divorced. Like I went through the military and I saw some crazy stuff. I had to coach my friends through like depression, be there for them. They don't see that as much, right? So you just got to be patient, you know.
no, man, and that's, you know, my mom. She's like, Steve, why don't you marry an American woman? Every time I come back, it's always like, look, just come back and get married here. I'm like, every woman I have seen, I'm in Alabama right now. I've been here 2 months. I leave in a couple weeks. I said, Mama, every woman I've seen is fat. What are we talking about? Like, all of them are obese. Like, what do you want me to do? You know, like, I'm married one of these girls. You're not fat. You're in your 60s. You're not fat. You want me to bring a fat chick home? No. Okay, then. Well, let me keep on the path that I'm on. You know,
Or they're all mids, and you don't know
no,
which
well,
ones.
they're mid because they're fat.
Yeah, you'd be
That's the
surprised how
problem.
many beautiful women are in America, but you'll never know because their bodies are covered in fat. It's sad.
Bro, and so like, you know, it's those kind of things. And so like, my mom, she's come around, bro. She's a lot more patient about it now. She's like, hey, well, son, just don't bring home anybody stupid. You know, she wants to bring home a Christian. That's most important. But other than that, bro, it's like, it's not a rush. And my sisters, they're married. My sisters both got married at like 25, 26. And they've been married for a while now. So they making grandkids. So my parents ain't breathing down my neck, bro.
And that's good to hear. That's good to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, man. So it's all good. But I think that for all the guys that are listening, man, you're gonna be so much more fulfilled by doing things your way at the end of the day. You know,
No,
you're gonna be way more fulfilled.
Yeah,
that's a big
it's
thing.
scary.
And- well, yes, it is. It is absolutely scary about mostly because of the social judgment. Sorry about that. English second language here.
Yeah, it's all good.
Of like the judgment that people get from others around them. Like even with lifting weights, I remember that. I don't know how about you two, but I had friends who didn't work out, or at least not as much. And I remember like I used to go jogging at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning, just because I like it, not because, oh, that's the best time to do it. It's like, no, I like getting up early. I like going to bed early. It's just something I like. And I didn't drink anymore. And oh my God, the remarks I had to live with. And I was about, I can't remember, like 28, something like that. Or you're just getting old. Okay, granddad, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm 33, pretty much peak physical condition I've been in. And you can see then bits, tits, and muffin tops. It's like, oh, how do you still do it? It's normal for a guy in his 30s to have like a bit of a waistband. It's like, no, it isn't. No, it isn't, my friend. It absolutely isn't. This is the cope you're dealing with. It's like all those things I did where you guys made fun of. That's why I look like right now. That's how you did it. And
I agree. But they're gonna criticize. That's that man in the reader we talk about. Nonstop Dre says, Steve want a wife and kids. Yes, I do, bro. I definitely do. I want 4 kids and I want a wife. So it'll happen. It'll happen here in a bit. But you know, I think also, man, like I had guys saying that, hey, man, we're supposed to get a little out of shape and all that. I don't see how you keep doing it. But then it's I don't see how you keep reading books. Hey, I don't see how you learn another language. Hey, I don't see how you work so hard. Bro, when I was working 70 hours a week in my 20s, man, bro, you're working so hard.
I work less now than I've ever worked. I just make good decisions now.
Yeah.
That's what CEOs do. Like CEOs, people think CEOs get up at 5 a.m. and go for a walk or a run and do no. See, you know what CEOs do? They show up at 10 a.m. to their company, like the boss of my company, and he just makes like 4 or 5 big decisions a year, takes the risk, and then he just chills. Right?
Delegation, man. Delegation.
Yeah, delegation. Yeah, he just that's how it is. Like as you get older, your life gets easier. It just like you're locked in. You understand how to prioritize, how to delegate, and what's worth your time and what's not. And it turns out life gets a little less busy, after that.
Life doesn't get easier, but the older you get, the more things start to pay off. Your foundation is starting to pay off. Like all the work you've put in, all that compound effect with investments, things like that, they all start to pay off 10 years in, like circling it back right there. 10 years of work. After that, it starts paying off, man. I can't wait where my YouTube channel is in. This is the 4th year. So 6 more years. I can't wait.
Bro, but check this out. Go look at Grant Cardone. Go look at Cali Muscle. Bro, Grant Cardone started posting videos 16 years ago. Cali Muscle's posting videos in 2008, bro. These guys weren't big back then, man. They were just regular guys, but if you just keep showing up. And I think it goes for everything in life. And like what excites me, because we're all around the same age group. What happens in 10 more years? What if I lean in for another decade? That's where I'm at right now.
Hey, Toby Maguire just got a 23-year-old girlfriend at 40. It's like, my man.
21.
21. I'm sorry.
49, 21, bro. My kind of guy.
Same here. It's like,
it's just.
It gets
but
better.
The answers are all there. The answers are always there. I think, like I said, for everybody that's watching this, man, one thing I've done, and I think I've done a really good job of this, I ask older men the things that I like. Older men that have done what I want or have what I want, I ask them, hey, how'd you do it? And I shut up. So a lot of those guys on the internet, man, that's multimillionaires. Hey, how'd you do it? I did this. Hey, I was flat broke at 35. I made it at 38. I dropped it. I was broke in at 42. Then after that, I made it. Hey, I married young. Hey, I got 4 kids because of this. I'm fit because I never got out of shape. And so once I started seeing that, bro, I was like, okay, never got out of shape. Take a bunch of risks. Marry somebody young. You don't necessarily have to be young. And once I kind of understood that, bro, like I got stories though. I got a guy. He's 8 on Twitter. I won't tell his name, whatever. But like anyway, I'm in LA. He said, Steve, man, I'm finna come pick you up. I was like, he's like, where you at? I said, I'm downtown LA, so I'm coming get you. He takes me to this Russian bakery. He's like, look, man, you need to start having some kids. I'm a multimillionaire now, and my kids help run my company, and my kids made it all worth it. But it's time for you to start. And I was like, dang, man, I appreciate that. He gave me some business tips too, But it's a lot of guys out there, but y'all got to go seek those guys out, If you see something that you like about them, bro, hit them up. They'll hit you back, man. I do have a channel, bro, but I don't talk about anything personal on YouTube. My channel is strictly about insurance adjusting. It's my name. If you just search my name, Steven Story, you'll find my link on my YouTube. But it's nothing interesting if you're not interested in YouTube. I mean, in insurance adjusting.
Steven is tagged in the title, and he is also in the description. So if you follow that tag, you will get to his channel. Yeah.
But I just, on purpose, I don't like diluting my message with my personal life. So I just don't talk about this unless we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good method. Like stay in your lane where it's like, no, this is what I know about. This is what I will talk about. And like everything else is kind of like, I have a bit of a problem with that every now and then. Like, I'm not saying I have ADHD, but it's like every now and then, like I get derailed where it's like, oh yeah, and that happened too. And then I take a topic from here and that. And like, but I 9 times out of 10, I managed to get it back to the topic where it's like, oh yeah.
One thing I would say, bro, and I think that we all have to make our decisions. Me, you, and Newt, we all, David, I don't know you personally, bro, so I can't talk too much about you. But
yeah, you've been quiet, Dave. You okay? You having fun?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Dave,
That's
okay. So I just haven't talked. I never met Dave before. Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, good to meet you too, Steven.
But I would say that when we're trying to help people, we really have to stay on topic because you have to be that person for them all the time. And so, like on Twitter, y'all know I talk about some of everything, but like everywhere else, I try to keep it. What you got to say, Jack?
No, I remembered. Like you mentioned Twitter. I'm like, I still want to talk about one tweet of yours.
What's up? Which one you got? Which
the
one?
guy with the fake bills.
Hold on, with the fake what? Oh, bro. So, dog, y'all. Okay, so this is the story, man. This happened in 2018. This happened in 2018. Y'all, I was living in Atlanta. I go to
Yeah.
brunch. I go to Del Frisco's. Anybody know Del Frisco's is a nice place to get brunch?
Yeah, it's down the street from where I live.
Yeah. So they got this chicken and waffles thing is really good. I like their higher end spot, so you don't have to deal with the riffraff for brunch. So I go there. I'm in Buckhead, Atlanta, and so it's, everybody's pulling up in like G wagons and McLarens and stuff like that. I do have a second channel. That's only about only about Brazil stuff, but I just don't really upload that much there. But I'll give it to you if you want it. So anyway, I go, I pay, and I'm walking out, and this is big dude, bro. Like, I'm 6'2", he's like 6'6", big swole guy. And he has a black G wagon. They pull it out the valet. I'm like, dude, this dude's a baller, man. And he pulls out like $5,000, bro. And this is pretty chick at the bar. And he's talking whatever, blah, 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 blah. And she like just enamored with the guy. Pulls out a bankroll, man. Gives the bartender some money. He walks out, bro. Valet, he gets the black G-Wagon. He drives off. And the guy's like, hey, man. Hey, did you see that guy? He's like, yeah, man. Hey, these are fake bills. And I was like, what, bro? It was crazy. It was crazy to see in real time because like I was so impressed with this guy. He got the G-Wagon, bro, big, tall, strong dude, got a pretty girl, crazy cash. It was all fake, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, you mentioned it, the millionaire next door.
Yeah.
How many people flash their stuff and don't even own it?
They don't own it, bro.
They don't own it.
They don't own it, bro.
I used to work at a post order company, and they allowed paying on credit, which in the Netherlands is like a big thing because we only have debit cards. 14% interest per year. 14.
Damn. Damn.
You wouldn't believe the debt people will get into. And like the consensus was, oh, this is for like when your washing machine breaks down or when your refrigerator, blah, blah, blah. No, man. No. I looked at it. I saw it every time with clients. They would buy the dumbest shit. Clothing, iPhones, PlayStations, shoes. What's that called? Like Aussies, those training suits.
Yeah.
Jackets, like track jackets.
Yeah, like Adidas, Australian, things like that. Like the biggest one I ever saw was $5,000 in debt with 15% 14% interested on it. And at a certain point, they weren't allowed to order extra on credit because they reached their limit, and they'd be on the phone, man. Like, why can't I order more? I earn X amount of euros per month and blah, blah, blah. You don't allow me to order. It's like, if you earn that much a month, then why aren't you paying it off? Because the reason you can't order anymore is because you're behind on payments. Like, all of your stuff doesn't belong to you. It still belongs to us. It's like, and they just, that's what you see. Same as cars, man. All lease, all in debt. I mean,
yeah, bro. It doesn't pay at the end of the day, man. Like, especially when we're looking at things to impress other people, bro. It don't cost nothing to be you, bro. I'll wear a $30 Casio watch. I don't have a car anymore. I got rid of my cars, but like I haven't had a luxury vehicle, bro. I made great money, but those things don't make you happy, bro. What makes me happy in my day to day, I go to the beach, I go for a swim, I walk back, I spend 50 cents on a coconut water, drink a coconut, bro, come home, take a nap, do a little work, come back out, get a steak. Just having the freedom to move around like that is way better than like, oh, look, I got a Lamborghini, bro. And I like Lamborghinis, bro. I like Ferraris. I'll have one day.
Man, who doesn't?
But I think that
Aston Martin.
Aston Martins are nice too, bro. DB10, DB11s, they're all beautiful cars, bro. But like, I think that what do you want the most right now? Do you want freedom? Do you want control of your life more? I like control, bro. I enjoy control.
That guy on Twitter who was like, what was it? You and I both retweeted that guy with, he lived on a beach somewhere and all he did was.
That guy was nice. Yeah.
Oh God. Worked out a bit, woke up at like whenever he wanted, took a stroll on the beach, had his girl with him. And it's like, that's it. That's it.
But it's doable, bro. But you got to make some decisions now.
Yeah. And that's why you you really have to get out of like those shaming tactics, especially with online internet people, where it's like,
Mhm.
look, they will shame you for leaving your home country because, oh, you just want to make it easy, bro. Why wouldn't you want to make it easy? Seriously, why wouldn't you?
No,
Why wouldn't you want to make it easy? Your
That's what
dollar
Troy
is
Francis. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just protect yourself when you go overseas. Like, don't be dumb. Don't bring any of that American stuff down there. Be respectful of the culture, right? And
luckily I'm
just-
European.
yeah, and just stay quiet, man. Just enjoy it for you. Obviously, you can show people online like, yeah, I'm having a good day at the beach, but like, stay in your lane, be quiet. Enjoy it for you, because at the end of the day, these people online, you'll never meet them. You're never gonna meet them ever.
bro. Let me tell you
In
something.
rare
dog.
instances you will, but
I met some big dogs over the years on Twitter. I met y'all know Lawrence King?
Oh yeah, he's in Uruguay.
Yeah, Uruguay or Paraguay, whatever. And me and him were like tight, bro. And he's the one who got me to come back to Brazil during the pandemic. And he helped me with some other things, whatever. Bro, Lawrence is balling, dog. I'm talking about balling. I ain't talking about a little bit. He is really balling, bro. Regular clothes, regular watch, regular shoes. We went to a regular place to eat, had a regular dinner. It was great. And it's like, but he's free. And I think if we don't have a point of origin, we will never have true freedom, because somebody else is in our head controlling us all the time. And so it's like, hey, bro, spend a little bit less on your clothes, spend a little bit less on your shoes, get real freedom, and start living how you really want to live. And what does that look like? Right? So, for example, let's just say you don't want to leave your country, bro. It might be, I don't want to wash dishes anymore. Find out how much it costs to get a maid to wash your dishes, bro. And do your laundry and clean your house up. Make it okay. It costs $1,000 a month. All right. Well, that car payment that you would spend $1,000 on, get rid of the car and spend $1,000 on the maid, because that gives you a daily sense of fulfillment and happiness. I've had a maid now for 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. Bro, amazing return on investment, dog. You know how good it feels to wake up and smell bacon cooking? Just wake up. I don't think how many eggs you want, Steve? I want 4 eggs. I'm about to go work out. I'll be back. The food be ready to get back. Bro, that feels great. Could I have a nicer watch? Could I have a bigger wardrobe, better shoes? Yeah, but I wouldn't have the maid.
fitting over price.
And there's always going to be something you don't want to skimp on. Like, there's guys that just, they need nice shoes, but you don't have to have nice shoes, nice watch, nice car. Like, you could just have, like, for me, something that I don't like to skimp on is like, I like a good steak, right? I like good food, right? But then I hear in Brazil that a good steak is not expensive either. So
No.
you know what I'm saying? I'm a simple man. Yeah, no,
Bro,
I don't like cheap steak at all.
But this brings me to my next point, bro. Is standards, bro. If you can hold yourself to a standard, you can have anything you want. Right? So the standard for you is cologne, standard for you is steak, standard for you is a maid. But like, bro, we can literally have the standard we want. Like, hey, my standard is X, Y, and Z, and you write it down and you start working towards that. Because if we're working towards our own point of origin, what are your standards? What is Nuke standards? What is Jack standards? What is Steven standards? And if you can write down what your standards are, hey, I like living in these types of places. I like wearing these types of clothes. I like dating these type of women. I like being treated in this way. Some of y'all guys don't have a standard for how other people treat you.
Yeah.
Because they've never been treated well. That's pretty sad.
But here's the thing, bro. You don't know how to treat anybody well until you've been treated well. And so one thing I learned, especially down in Brazil, was I hurried up and I got people to start serving me before I started serving other people. I serve people every day. Right? I'm actively talking to students right now. I've been talking to students all morning, all night, last night. In order for me to give them the best service I can give them, I am constantly being served by somebody else. But I'm learning how to serve through them. Right? And that's why we go to places and you're like, why this place has terrible service. And you go ask the person, well, how often are you served? How many times do you go to restaurants? How often are you going to Ubers, getting Ubers and things like that? How often are you telling people what to do for you? And if you're not doing that, you don't know how to serve properly. Does that make sense?
It does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I did a deep dive into being served. That's why I go to masseuses and I got a chiropractor. And I got all these people that take care of me all the time. The more I'm taken care of, the more I can take care of all these other people, bro. And that's another thing about with a lot of men, bro. There's a level of, when we talk about polarity with women, there's still a level of service you got to do around her, around a woman, bro. Like, you got to show up as your best self, right? And so I kind of embrace that, bro. Having people serve me and being of service, dog. Nothing but 5-star reviews, going the extra mile for my students, and they're all pleased. I got thousands now, and so it's like that goes a long way. That might be that's a little bit off what we're talking about, but
I don't care, man. I mean,
you know,
I like to keep it as natural as possible. The topic is just a guideline.
Yeah, bro. But that's taking me a long way, bro. That's taking me a long way, man. Serving others, man. But you gotta invest in being served, bro.
Yeah.
Spend the money and get a massage. Spend the money and go to chiropractor. Spend the money and go to a restaurant and tell somebody what you want to eat. You know, hey, I want it like this. Do my order like this. Because you begin to learn how to tell other people what you want. You know, just for my younger guys, if you're not in a management position, you're used to being told what to do, get yourself in a position. Hey, bro, Ubers cost $10, $15. Tell the guy where you want to go just to practice a little bit. You know, it goes a long way.
Yeah, stop asking permission. Just figure out. You gotta. Yeah, that's what we talk about a lot in the Red Pills. Like, you gotta figure out what you want, and one of the ways you do it, like they'll say, like you know, dating a lot of women is degenerate or it's bad. Or you're going to date. I'm just like, how the hell will I know what I want, right? Like, there are guys that are Dominican, right? I have a Dominican friend. He doesn't like Dominican women. He's done with them. He's like, yeah, I grew up dating. That's what I grew up dating my whole life, and now I want, you know, something else. And I'm like, that's good. He's 23 years old. He's already trying to figure out what he wants, and that's life. If you don't figure out what you want, society will figure out for you. Ooh. You'll be in a marriage or in a job that you don't like, and you're just like, how did I get here? It's because you never figured out what you wanted, and society chose for you. That's why you have to be very kind of like try shit out and see how things feel and just be honest with yourself, right? When you tell a girl no, you're not being honest with her, you're being honest with yourself. So if I tell if a girl says, hey, we're doing this weekend, I'm like, no, I'm tired, I'm gonna stay home.
I remember that. What was it? A girlfriend somewhere. Yeah, we're going to my parents this weekend. No,
we're not.
But what do you mean no? It's like, no, I'm not. I don't feel like it. I just
I want to stay home today. Yeah. You don't owe her a reason. You don't have to explain yourself. You could have changed your mind. I'm like, hey, I changed my mind. I want to. You don't even have to explain to people why you changed your mind. You just change your mind. Yeah, and that's hard. That's tough. Where you got to tell, like, and it's not always easy. Like, it could be the love of your life. That could be your girl that you love, and you got to tell her no. If you love your girl, you have to tell her no.
Tell her, yeah.
If you tell your girl yes all the time, you hate her. You're ruining the relationship. She's going to leave you, and she's going to be back on the streets, not because she's a hoe, but because you're a hoe, because you're a yes hoe. You know? Exactly.
You're a hoe for yeses.
Exactly. You're a yes hoe. Like, you gotta, and you know, she'll like pout and stuff like that. But in time, you know,
I love it when they pout.
If she's not a princess, she'll be like, now I know that if I want him to do stuff for me, I gotta. He might say no. So, you know, and it's not only with women too. It's with your employer. It's with your friends and family. You'll have family that'll take advantage of you. They'll just use you over and over and over again. You'll be like, no, that's my family. You're supposed to do that for family. And then one day you tell them no, and no only bothers people that benefited solely from when you say yes. Like, if your best friend, you told them no, they're like, okay, dude, that's fine. Then that's your friend, right? Because they understand that you have boundaries. But if you tell no to someone, or like, hey, I'm doing this, whether you like it or not, but like in a nice way, and they're just like, whoa, bro, what do you mean? Well, you know, like, that person only benefits from you because you say yes, and you can't do that. You can't live life like that, man. You go crazy.
No. You guys okay if I go to the super chats? These people have been waiting for a while. Like, sorry guys, but I didn't want to derail the conversation. I appreciate every super chat. I really do. Juan Doe with the €2. Thank you very much, Juan. Chose Bahia because it's the most Afro bit of Brazil. I think that's a question.
No, I did not choose Bahia only because of that. I chose it because I blended in really well, and it was easy to learn the language blending in as opposed to sticking out. So I could be quiet a lot in conversation, and people would just assume I was understanding everything. I chose Bahia because of the nature. It's 700 miles of coastline. You got tons of forest, you got caves, you got waterfalls, cheap cost of living, and it's summer all the time. Those are my main reasons why I'm an active guy. So I'm able to skate. I'm able to get in the ocean all the time. I can get seafood all the time. So those are the main things that kind of got me to stay in Bahia. Bahia is the size of France, by the way. For those of y'all who don't know, it's a huge state.
Wow.
That's
So
a state?
It's a state. Yeah, it's a state in Brazil. So it's huge.
As huge as France.
As big as France, yeah.
My God, man, Europe really isn't really.
Yeah, bro. Europe is small, bro. So that's what got me to stay. And it was very similar to Alabama in some ways. I'm from Alabama, and so like I'm used to good morning, good evening, good night. And so to see people on the street, hey, how you doing? Good morning, how you doing? Good evening, how you doing? Good night, how you doing? It wasn't that big of a culture difference for me coming from small town Alabama to big city Salvador. But people, they said a lot of those small town ways that I'm used to.
Nice. Stripper for the Canadian Canadian $10. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm always shocked people throw that much money at us. Have a cold one on me, Jack. See you next week. Going to do another pod after Post Zero next week. Thanks again for everything, sir. Cheers. Thank you, Stripper. Really appreciate it. Then we got Paul from the Come On Man podcast, who hosted Rule Zero yesterday. If you want to check that out, go to his channel, if you please. Look at these English cigarettes. Sir, what's your language? Show a little bit of respect here. Yeah? By the way, you got the MacBook too?
Yeah.
The Apple?
Yeah. Hold on. I think I can do it.
Here we go.
There we go.
Like every now and then I sit like this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now it doesn't do it.
It'll pop up. It'll pop.
Yeah.
I think you can. It'll do this one. There we go. This is my favorite right here.
I never knew that one. I know this one with the fireworks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this one, I never knew that one.
Yeah. You got. It's 4 of them. Yeah. It's 4.
Okay.
You got this one, this one, this one, and this
Oh,
one.
it does one with this too?
No. It's these, this, and this.
Oh, there we go. 80s. Nice.
Yeah.
I learned something new every day.
Oh yeah.
Sam
Man.
Ritchie for the $4.99. Thank you very much, Sam. Really appreciate it. Real people hide their money. Poor people show their money. Yes. I mean, nothing to
Yeah.
add. I've seen it time and time again. Like,
Mhm.
and the rich people just show up in overalls or whatever. My dad used to work in logistics, and there was one guy had his own logistics company. Always worked in the garage. Always worked in the garage. You would never know that guy was the owner. And all of a sudden, he walked into the office and like murbling a bit and blah blah blah. And everybody started moving. I'm like, "Who's that guy?" He's like, "That's the owner." I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
It's like,
Life's
Wouldn't
better that way,
you-
man.
well, wooden shoes, overalls, covered in dirt. Great guy,
Mhm.
salt of the earth. Nonstop Dre member for 35 months. God damn, Dre. Really appreciate that. Only for 35 months. I'm a first-time viewer. Whatever, Dre. No, you're not. My quality of life overseas is better than in the US. Why would guys travel being angry and thirsty? It's sad to see. Why would they indeed? It's like
Wherever you go, there you are, bro.
you can't escape yourself.
Bro, it's man. I would say I feel bad about it, but I don't. I think that a lot of guys, man, it's not about going to therapy or anything like that. You got to work through that bitterness, bro. You got to work through that pain, bro. Like anger comes from being hurt. So you got to acknowledge that you were hurt first, and that's okay. We all have feelings. We are humans, but anger and bitterness, bro, are only hurting you, bro. At the end of the day, let go of it, dog. It took me a while to let go of that. We all have our own. Everybody been through something, bro.
Yeah.
And bro, let go of it, dog. And it might not be a one-day process of, man, all right, I'm gonna let it go. No, it could be a year. But
You gotta forgive yourself. You didn't ask for this,
yeah, bro.
No generation of people asked for the problem. Like the people living through World War II, they didn't ask for World War II, but they dealt with it. They were in pain, right? Because the Dust Bowl, whatever. My parents grew up in poverty and they didn't ask for it, but they did
Mine
the
too.
best they could. And that's what this is your problem. No one can help you but you. So you just do the best you can.
Mhm.
It's okay. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna
You'll
die.
be all right. You'll make it through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. You have no
Mhm.
choice. Now it's not Dre for the 360 being a bit of a troll. Millions, but does Steven get 9s and 10s, bruh? Just kidding.
I will happily DM you photos, bro. I'm
We believe you, man. Again,
one
Nonstop
master
Dre,
teacher.
Nonstop Dre again for the $2. Thank you very much. Does Steven know one master teacher, aka Skylar D?
No, I don't know Skylar D. Is this a pickup guy?
I don't know.
Sounds like a pickup guy.
Yeah, I don't know one master teacher. He must be a good guy.
Probably. Let's see. Juando for the €2. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jack, please play Winner Takes All. Like the song, or which one do you mean? Because I don't have the video here right now of Winner Takes All. So I don't know really what you mean. But if you tell me, I'll be happy to play it if I don't get copyright struck with it. That would be nice too. Let's see. George S. for the $5. Really appreciate it, George. Thank you very much. My parents would ask when I would be bringing a girl home, and I just started sending them chick talks, and they don't say anything. That's one way to do it.
Bro. Bro. I
know.
got too much respect for my parents to show them chick talks, bro. Seriously. Like, I don't even no. I don't do that. You know.
And we got Nonstop Dre again worth the $2. Thank you very much, Dre. Everyone knows Jack came out of the womb with 6-pack abs. God damn it, Dre. Every baby comes out with 6-pack abs, man. I don't know if they're more visible. Oh, he's a travel guy who lives in Brazil. He's not a pickup guy.
Yeah, I don't. You know, the thing is, man, when it comes to Brazil, bro, if I don't meet you in real life, I'm not meeting you when it comes to Brazil. I really I kind of insulate myself off the internet, guys, when it comes to Brazil, because everybody's not there all the time. And they all some guys got their own message trying to put out. You know, it's better for me just to, if I bump into you in real life, I'll happily talk to you. I try to keep that more to myself because I'm like, Brazil is for me. I didn't do it for anybody else. I never did it for content or anything like that. So I really kind of try to stay away from it. Those guys can be great people, by the way. And I met some guys that got big channels, but I usually try to keep it to myself and my own hobbies that I do. If I meet you swimming, if I meet you in the gym, if I meet you at a restaurant or something like that, we can probably hang out, but I'm not actively like looking for dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. That's not my thing, bro.
We hear you.
Yeah, I ain't looking for guys.
Let's wrap this one up. This was great. Thanks for making the time, Steven.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You know, I finally found out the Jack Napier reference, and it took me a while because I was like, I know Jack Napier cannot be a real name, but then I realized that it's a Joker reference from like way back when in the comics, and everybody doesn't know that. So now I know, and now everybody else knows.
I hope the looks don't disappoint. Sorry, I didn't put out the clown makeup.
Hey man, you good enough, bro. You're good enough to look at for right now. So you made it, man.
I appreciate it. You're a very handsome man yourself.
Thank
Very
you,
handsome battle tonight. Very handsome battle.
Now, where you at? You're in the Netherlands still?
Yes, Netherlands. Yes.
You in Rotterdam, Amsterdam? Where you at?
Up north in the province of Drenthe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about 2.5 hours away from Amsterdam, about 3 hours away from Rotterdam.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice and quiet. It's peaceful. The weather is absolute shit right now. But, I'm keeping on grinding on the online stuff, and I'm looking at the Caribbean, in all honesty.
Man, well, yeah, because you got Aruba. Bro, see, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm gonna give y'all a quick tip. If you want to move to Europe and you're an American, there's called the American friendship visa for the Netherlands and the United States. You can live there for 4 years with a $1,500 proven monthly income and a business plan. All you gotta do is have 4,000 euros in your bank account and proof that you can make 100 euros a month. And you can move to the Netherlands, which includes Aruba.
Nice. I never knew that. That would
Yeah,
have saved
look it
me
up.
a lot of hassle last year.
Go look up the friendship visa if you're an American. Go look it up. It's a great way to move into Europe. So I got to do
Yeah,
y'all
and
business plan.
when you're in the Netherlands, you can practically travel through all of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
My dad just went to the Balkans by car.
Wow. Yeah, man. So
Stepped into the car, he left. Like sent me photos every day. I'm like, yeah, I'm in Germany now. I'm in Italy now, and like wherever he was through.
wow. I feel like I need to do a Euro. I need to do a Euro road trip, man. That's all I need to do.
It's pretty doable. Like everything is connected by train, at least in the western part of Europe.
Mhm.
Like you can easily go to Paris by train from Amsterdam, and you could go to London by train via Amsterdam.
Mhm.
Berlin is pretty easy, and from there on out, you can just go everywhere you want.
But can you drive? I want to drive it. I want to drive the whole.
Oh yeah, you can easily drive it. Berlin is about 6 hours. Paris would be, I think, how much is that? Yeah, that's a bit more, around 8 hours. I drove to Portugal with a friend of mine. We were about day and a half of driving from
Wow.
the middle of the Netherlands to Portugal. It was about a
Mhm.
day and a half. Yeah, no, it's all easily doable.
Yeah,
My
I'm
dad
not-
was in the Balkans within a week.
No, I'm doing it, bro. I just wrote it down. I take notes when I do these things, so I'm always writing, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. That's cool, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
I appreciate you wanting to make the time. It's like I said, you and I have gone back and forth on Twitter for a while now, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
having this man on, man.
It's always good to. I'm a big fan of talking to people I know from Twitter and meeting people I know from Twitter. So
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
met. Like, I'm so glad I met Sean. Sean's he keeps trying to put me on. He's like, I told him, hey, let's go to Japan in October. He's like, but that's like peak season for
Yeah,
IA.
yeah.
But he said, yeah, he said, he told me all the connections he has. He's like, if you even want to be in a Korean drama, let me know. And I'm like, damn,
bro.
like, how do these guys, like, I guess when you travel and you got a good network, just doors open, and it's scary because I'm meeting, I'm starting to meet people now online, and I met Cappy, I met like all these people and man, they're always nicer in person.
Mhm.
They buy you drinks, they and they don't, and this is the best part, they don't like sit down and just give you advice, like, it's just like two dudes just trading experiences and all that stuff. I never felt like they thought they were better than me or anything like that. It was just like trading experiences and like
Cappy
dudes.
probably called you names.
Oh no, I love Cap. He was great. He bought my cigar and he bought my whiskey. Like,
Yeah, but that's
imagine-
Cappy, man.
yeah, but that's what you get with the package. But like,
Yeah.
you meet people and then over time you realize that, hey, I got an accountant now, or I got I got a guy he's in this industry, he can help me, or I got a guy that like he's already done this, and you realize like that Twitter is free. Like, how is this app free? I mean, obviously
bro.
you gotta pay like $7 if you want premium, but like it's still kind of free. It's $7 is nothing. So it's like now I'm realizing that I'm starting to use the damn internet for good. Like back in the day, I would use it for entertainment and to like try to message girls here and there, but now I'm using it to meet like millionaires and authors. Like I read Cappy's books in 2019. Right. And now he's buying my cigar in 2024. Asking me what type of cigar I like. That's crazy, right? An author that you're just like, yeah,
These
and
people
that's
are DM away, bro.
yeah.
They're DM away, dog. Like one thing I do, bro, I'm really big on talking to peers and then mentors. So I really want to talk more to peers than I talk to people I want to mentor me.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, one DM, dog. Nobody DMs these people. As much you like, even a big account, as much you think they're getting like 1 million DMs a day, they're not, bro.
Yeah. Sean tells me the kind of people he wants to interview and meet, and they're like celebrities, right? And like from Japan or Korea. And he's just like, yeah. And I'm just like, dude, like, how do you even get in contact? He's just like, no, you got to come correct. You got to understand that they're people too. And no matter what industry they're in, even if, sometimes he interviews adult film actresses and stuff like that. That's just his thing. And he says they're just normal people. They're sweet people. You just got to like show respect and, talk to them like a person, not like don't worship them, but also understand that,
I remember this so well. Like the first interview I did with Cappy, it was kind of like, because I read his book, I was like, oh my God, this is Aaron Clary. And like immediately he like kicked my ass for even thinking that. Called me an F word, told me I'm an asshole, whatever. We've been best friends ever since.
I love it.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
all we do now is just give each other shit. And I'm like, that's Aaron Clary, the author I used to look up to, and now we call each other a bundle of sticks on the go. It's like,
yeah,
the internet, man.
Yeah,
I've met influencers. I've met guys that like I thought I would never meet, and they're just normal as hell. Matter of fact, they ask you questions, and that's the crazy part.
Mhm.
You know, I'm just like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. And like Cappy, you know, I used to be in the nuclear industry, and Cappy called me the other day. Don't tell him I said this, right? But he said, "Hey, I'm watching Chernobyl. I have questions about what happened." And we had to talk about nuclear physics, why certain accidents are bigger than that. And I'm just like, that's insane. He's asking me questions about shit. That's a beautiful thing, right? So use the internet for your gain and benefit. Don't be talking to these OF girls. Don't be arguing. Like I need the engagement for my stuff, but like you don't have to have women agree with you. You know, like you don't have to red pill women. Leave it alone. Like they don't have to agree with you to be great women, right? They just have to be happy and fun and exciting. And when you go overseas, you're going to realize that American shit where everyone's at each other's throats goes away quick. You have to bring that happy side of you. That's what they're signing up for. When they go out and they shave their legs, shave their body, get cute, wear dresses, and stand in the corner kind of shy, they want the best, most fun, exciting version of you. And if you could just do that for 2 or 3 hours, you're going to realize you'll get over yourself. And hey, you may not get a number or go home with anybody, but just the fact that you had a good interaction with a woman or with some friends or made new friends, you're going to start looking at life. You're going to start looking at life differently. You're going to realize like the years I spent mad at women, at men, you never get them back. You don't get them back. You never get them back.
No, it's a waste, man. I remember one day, bro, I'm on the beach, dog. I had been in Brazil a month. And I said, something feels missing. You know, I feel something feels strange, man. I'm like, I'm missing something. And when I realized I was missing being frustrated and angry, my anger and frustration had become such a part of me that I felt it. I felt happiness for the first time. And my happiness was not for the first time, but my happiness was my missing frustration and anger. And so it's like, God, you ain't got to be on the beach to do that. But like, bro, lean into the good stuff of life, bro. You know, appreciate you, Daniel. Appreciate it.
Life is short.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's all I got.
Let's wrap this one up. Stephen, again, I very much appreciate it. Thank you so
Thanks,
much
y'all.
for coming on.
I appreciate it.
Where can people find you?
If you type in Stephen Story on any social platform, you'll see me there. Whether that's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter. You're gonna see me most active on Twitter. If you want to see these kind of talks like I'm doing now, that's Twitter. But Instagram, TikTok, YouTube are all gonna be about business. So you want to talk about making money, changing careers, go over there. Okay. But other than that, Twitter is gonna be, if you want to talk to me about regular topics, shoot me a message or just hop in when I'm talking about something, and I might argue with you. We might agree on something. I don't mind arguing, by the way. So I like arguing on Twitter. I enjoy it.
Me too. It's fun. It's good times.
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much, man. Nuke, plug your shit. Where can people find you?
I'll put the links in the bio now. I got a show tonight at I'm gonna make it 6 because I got a long week ahead of me and I gotta prepare tonight. But we're gonna talk about how I remained unscathed in the dating, like how I made good decisions and I didn't let the dating game kind of mess my life up like so many guys. So we'll talk about that tonight. I'll see you guys tonight if you guys want to watch. Thank you.
Go tune in to Nuke. Here's his channel right here. Go subscribe. Go over there. Do it. Dave, where can people find you?
Scott Thumb Podcast on YouTube. Talking about video games and other stuff.
Nice.
I haven't been very active in the conversation. I apologize for that. That's been really interesting.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope we didn't.
Yeah.
I hope we didn't bore you, man.
No, it was actually super interesting to hear about all this stuff. Only thing I'll add is one thing I've seen that trips up a lot of guys once they like start doing like work outside, like they get independent and they don't really have a boss looking over them, is they lose their motivation really quick, especially if they're making enough money. And I've heard a lot. My brother works in independent sales a lot, and he's been telling me stories about this too. And that's what usually gets them is they lose their motivation, and then they eventually get fired because they don't keep up, and then they lose sales, and then eventually just they stop moving, and it gets them. It's really hard to stay self-motivated.
I mean, the biggest motivator for a guy is hunger.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to lose to be able to win. But that's the male journey, right? We get struck down, we get beaten, we go through this whole arc again. It's like you have to get back at the top, man. Hero's journey. And it never ends. It's the beauty and pain of life, I guess. As for me, Nuke, see you soon, man. Good luck tonight on the show. As for me, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below your thoughts of this show. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody, thank you so much for all the super chats. Juando, X-Runner for the 20, Sergio Cool, Stripper with the 10, Comment Man Podcast, Sam Whiskey, and of course, our regular Nonstop Dre and George. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate the support. There we go. Show them some love. We Apple boys out here. We
See
out
y'all.
here. We'll see ya. Cheers.
Bye.